It may not require a textbook, but is filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare young people in Kansas for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a young person's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that play high school sports are more likely to have a greater success in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sport in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This announcement, provided by the Kansas State High School Athletic Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Throat, and we didn't have a lot of opportunities offensively, and when we did, we really didn't execute that well. So going into this one, obviously you want to play things a little different than we did a year ago. We feel like they're going to try to run the football on us, and we've got to be able to stop their run, force them to the air, which is not really what they're built for. You know, personnel-wise, they're built to run the football, and if we can force them in the air, I think we can make some things happen. That'd definitely be to our advantage.
Yeah, running team, they do spread things out quite a bit. What does that cause you to do defensively?
Well, it just changes you coverage-wise and the looks that you're going to get. You're going to remove some people from the box, and when you do that, you still have to be aware of the run because they're obviously counting numbers in the box, and we've got to fit people back in there that are removed when they get initial reads that it's a run game. So, you know, we're going to have to be able to handle a variety of things. I mean, one thing they're going to do is just show us a lot of formations. They're going to try to find a weakness. We know in certain sets we're pretty strong. In other sets we're forced to be weak based on numbers being removed to defend the pass. But we have modes to get ourselves back in the box and become more aggressive as the game goes on and special situations warrant.
Coach, just some other key factors you look at in this game as you head into another tough match.
Well, you know, turnovers are obviously always big, but I think the big one here is our ability to force our opponent to do what they don't want to do. You know, them coming in with the run mindset, our ability to force them to throw the ball, I think, would be a big advantage for us. Our ability to strike early and often offensively and get points on the board. We've talked to our kids about not playing down to opponents, not trying to play up to opponents, but do what we do, focus on each snap individually. But we're getting to the point now that we've got a variety of guys who've made plays through the course of the season offensively, and our ability to strike quick and often can get a team that likes to run the football out of their comfort zone as they don't want to grind it. So I think early success offensively would be a definite advantage to us. You know, special teams is an area that I know, 3 years ago, the year before I got here, that they blocked 3 punts. You know, it was a game changer, 2 of which were for touchdowns. So obviously we're looking at, some things and adjustments there to possibly slow that down and change the way that they like to bring heat in those units. So the special teams have got to be solid. A week ago we had a couple miscues. We had a punt fake against us that resulted in a first down, and we gave up a score on a kickoff return. So those are things that hurt. We go back in and change some personnel, but really try to clean up with the personnel that we've got, issues that we had, and do that through film study and talking to those kids about, hey, this is what we've got to do better. We've got to be leverage here, and we've got to make sure we break down shimmy and get a nice open field tackle. And all you can do is prepare and hopefully the kids learn and go out and execute a little better.
All right, Coach, another game in the WAC. Always a lot of fun. Appreciate the time. Look forward to talking to you after the ball game.
You bet. Thanks, Mark.
The opening kickoff is moments away.
Read option. Helfrich up the middle. He's got the first down, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! The stadium has erupted. 6 for the Demons.
Coming up next, we go live to the stadium. This is Red Demon Football on K95.
One of the nice things about going to the dentist is knowing from day one who your dentist is. That is why it's wonderful to know that Ryan Limcooler, a former Demon, wants to be the dentist for your whole family. Dr. Ryan Limcooler is happy to be back in the community that gave him so much. Open Monday through Friday and located at 100 Ross Boulevard in Dodge City. Dr. Ryan Limcooler, a proud sponsor of Demon Sports. Call 225-6555 for your next appointment. New patients are always welcome.
2012 marks the 30th anniversary of Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas. That's 3 decades of providing comprehensive and compassionate medical care to Dodge City and Southwest Kansas. All of our physicians are Kansas-born and Kansas-trained to better understand you and your family. We cover all ages and nearly all medical conditions. With a dedicated staff, we are here to serve you. For an appointment, call 620-225-1650 or visit us online at fpawk.com.
The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, located at 503 North 2nd in Dodge City, is the Southwest Kansas headquarters for all your sports supplies. The Locker Room in downtown Dodge City offers you a full line of sporting goods, shoes or shorts, whistles, jerseys, uniforms, and all the high-quality accessories. And the Locker Room is the home of 20% off shoes and the home of Specialty Graphics, where you can get all your t-shirt and screen printing done professionally. Stop in today to place your order. The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, downtown Dodge City.
Shop at home.
You've probably heard that a dozen times. This is Mike from Legends Printing in Dodge City, and I want to talk to you about what that really means to us, the local merchant. When you buy from a local business, you keep our employees working, keep our business paying taxes and utilities, and you allow us to make a profit to be able to support the community in many ways. We can then buy goods and services from your company. You ask us to buy a yearbook ad or one on your menu or to support your prom or charitable event, so give us an opportunity to do business with you. All we ask is the next time you decide to print envelopes, forms, business cards, wide format posters, wedding invitations, or even print and bind a book, give us a chance to give you the quote. It may not be as cheap as the internet or the quickie guy in the city, but if you do business with us, we promise to give you exceptional quality, delivered on time and to your satisfaction. Along with all that, you'll know that you're keeping the basic economy of your community stable. It's simple, really. Allow us to try and earn your business, and we'll work hard to deserve it. We're Legends Printing in downtown Dodge City.
United Wireless continues to have what it takes to change the way you feel about your cellular service. Compare these great prices on the latest and best-rated phones like the Samsung Galaxy S2 with seriously awesome speed and a display so bright it's luminous. Normally $439.99, now just $99 at United Wireless. Or for a phone to keep you moving with Beats Audio and is rated best in class for its camera, try the HTC One V, originally $299.99, just $1. Now that can make you feel pretty good about your cellular service. It's United Wireless. See your store agent for details today. Price is good through September 30th only.
Storm season is upon us, and it's time to consider your crop hail options for the growing season. With a vast assortment of options available, like Companion 2 or Hail Production Plan, it can be a difficult decision to make. Let the experienced agents at Keller Leopold Insurance help. We've been selling crop insurance since 1943, and as an independent agent representing several companies, so we can give you the best value. In addition, we still personally work all claims and will be there at the time of loss to work with you. So call us today at 1-800-773-0102 or visit us online at kellerleopold.com.
Things happen.
Most believe that outdoor grilling is only a summertime event. Don't fool yourself. It's still a great time to brush up on your grilling skills so you can be prepared for the fall and winter months. Ace Hardware in Dodge City and Meade can help. They carry the best gas grills around. Traeger, Weber, Broilmate, Charbroil, and even Smokin' Brothers. Need accessories? You can count on Ace Hardware to have them too. Ace, the helpful place where you can always count on great products and great service.
Long's in Dodge City is in the winners column with the entire family. With boots, jeans, coats, and ladies' apparel, they carry the most complete selection of work boots in the area. Like Red Wing, as well as favorites Tony Lama, Justin, Laredo, Durango, and Ariat. Jeans for men and women with name brands like Levi, Lee, and Wrangler. Plus a big and tall men's clothing department and tuxedos for every occasion. Weddings, anniversaries, and prom. Long's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 to 6. Long's, located in the Central Oak Shopping Center in Dodge City. See them today.
How do you select your chiropractor? Is it professionalism, experience, personal attention, easy to talk with? Here are some reasons that Pick Chiropractic continues to be the leader in family and sports chiropractic care in Southwest Kansas. Dr. Pick was selected by the Atlanta Olympic Sports Chiropractic Committee to treat Olympic athletes at the 1996 Summer Olympics. And Dr. Pick is the Pro Sport Chiropractic Coordinator treating professional athletes. Dr. Pick is a certified chiropractic sports doctor. Pick Chiropractic. We are family and sports chiropractic care.
People don't talk about it a lot, but finding the right real estate agent can be the difference between a really bad or a really good home buying or selling experience. Do you want an agent ready and able to make a full-time commitment to you? Do you want an agent to know the local neighborhoods, schools, market conditions, and ordinances? Let's get together and talk about your home buying and or selling plans. We are Coldwell Banker Hancocks of Dodge City. Visit us at 2300 First Avenue or call 227-2129. Coldwell Banker, a proud sponsor of Demon Athletics.
Home to the best music ever. This is Super Hits K95. K-A-H-E. Dodge City, Garden City. Super Hits K95.
This is Red Demon Football on K95.
And from the High Plains, this is Red Demon Football on Super Hits K95. Along with Kelly Nedler, I'm Mark Zillman. It's good to have you with us for another conference battle as the Dodge City Red Demons at home here tonight at beautiful Memorial Stadium, hosting the Great Bend Panthers. And Kelly, the Demons, an exciting 62-48 win a week ago against Liberal, and they got another tough task here tonight.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You take a look at everything. Since Coach Foster's been here, he's 1-1 with the Panthers, and it's a big toss-up. Who's showing up tonight? Who's going to do what?
Now the Demons in their home red jerseys, white numerals, the famous DC on the helmet. Great Bend, the Panthers, in their white jerseys with black numerals and a black and red trim. And the Demons fell 28-7 a year ago and really struggled to move the ball offensively. That was the big story. Parker Davis had just 10 yards on 6 carries. Kellen Newton got into the ball game actually at quarterback and got his first taste at the varsity level. But the Red Demons struggled to move the football. One thing about Great Bend, win or loss, they're always going to push you around. That's their game plan.
Yep, they're big guys, and they always like to come in and tell you, hey, we're more dominant than you. But I don't know. Tonight, you take a look last year with all of the offense that didn't happen. You take a look at last week's game and all the offense that did happen, and it's kind of a different story this year.
Everything about the Panthers, they just have kind of an Oakland Raiders feel to them. You don't like them. They want to intimidate you. They hoot and holler more than any team during warm-ups. Their band played all during warm-ups. They want to get inside your head. That's Bo Black's shtick, so to speak, but it's been successful. Runner-up in the state 5A game in 2006. They've been a perennial power here in the WAC, and obviously a good football team. But they haven't found an identity this year. They've run the ball, but struggled with 3A Hoisington, and that really raised some eyebrows.
Well, and I think that gives them advantage here tonight because really the only spot that Dodge City struggled this year is with Wichita Heights, and they're one of the top contenders in the state. So, I think that they've really got a great offensive plan. I do know that there's been a lot of defensive meetings this week during opportunity period, really talking some things out, and after school, before school. So I think they're coming with their D game happening.
Well, we'll talk about that when the Demons get on defense, but they are going to start with the football. 71 degrees, winds out of the northeast now at 11 miles per hour. It's been a kind of a swirling wind as Great Bend to kick. Hope you enjoyed it. No, I will. The kick is away, angling to the far side. It's fielded by Taylor Murphy. He runs to the middle of the field, lowers his head, and he's down to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Demons start the drive.
Well, Murphy did have a very nice seam to work with there. They opened up a nice hole for him and got him through there. Gained about 6 yards off of that nice open hole.
Dodge City will come out with Parker Davis. Did not play a week ago. Good to have Parker back in the lineup. We'll get to the starters in a moment. Dodge City with trips on the near side. Kellen Newton in the shotgun. First offensive play of the game. Newton to pass with time. Got a man wide open. It's Murphy. Catches at the 30, 35, and tackled at the 37-yard line. So the Red Demons pick up a first down right out of the gate.
Yeah, he was tackled by Hunter Harris, a great name for a defensive player if you're in that D-back.
Demons will go hurry up. Play action pass. Newton rolling to the near side, and he dumps it off Murphy at the 45. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 50 and pushed out of bounds after a first down pickup to the 49-yard line. The starters for the Demons up front as Dodge City will go with Derler, Hernandez, Brownback, Loya, and Sunday. Newton in the shotgun. Parker Davis as his running back. The Demon receivers, Schulte, Murphy,
and Doan. And the Demons run it up the middle to Parker Davis to the 46-yard line, a gain of a couple on first down.
I'll tell you, Mark,
he's brought down from behind by Matt Marshall.
That looked very nice right there. Kellen Newton stepped up like he was going to pass one more time. It's a good fake.
Second down along 6, and it is a draw going to Davis, and he lost the football at the 40. It's scooped up by the Panthers at the 30. As running near the near side is Brock Ibarra, and then he lost the ball out of bounds, and Great Bend has it at the 38.
Chris Brownback comes hobbling off the field in super pain. Appears to be his foot.
Well, wow. The training staff comes over, and his ankle was kind of at a bad angle there, Kelly.
It does. It looks really bad. And we'll see what happens here. Let's not speculate on that. I'll tell you, Parker Davis was trying to reach for just a little more room there, and that's what lost that ball that time.
Well, Brownback gets up. He's walking around. Now Matt Marshall is going to get the start at quarterback. They've got a two-headed monster at quarterback. His first pass is low, but it's caught out to the 45-yard line, right down by Bryce Beck, who is the other quarterback. So a little trickeration there from Great Bend. I've heard, just through the grapevine, the Panthers plan to really open up the playbook this week.
Yeah, going back and forth between those two. They've got lots of options to go with there.
2nd and 3 from the 45, no score. Great Bend after the Demon turnover. Approaching midfield, it's Marshall in the gun, and he's going to run the option. He hangs on to it, running to the far side, has a first down as Murphy pushes him out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Savage helps clean it up. But it is a big pickup and a first down for Great Bend.
Well, Taylor Murphy had to come flying out of that middle section of the backfield to take him out, because if he would have not done that, it would have been a nice broken open run, and he would have been on his way.
Marshall's the throwing quarterback, but he comes out running. Beck's been more of the running quarterback. Come out double tight in the shotgun. Lone running back this time is Alendi, and now they throw over the middle, and it's complete over to Beck, and he's got close to a first down, and he has a first down to the 27-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, he threw into traffic in order to get that ball to Beck that time. Wow. And he threw it right over the middle and was able to catch it and come down with it.
The Panthers mixing things up with Matt Marshall starting at quarterback. They listed in the program as a fullback and linebacker. Now they come out in a pro gun set with an extra blocker in for Lopez. He's hit at the line. Jordan Doan sticks him, and nothing there on the right side. Good play by Doan.
He did. Doan was playing right off the end that time and just stepped right up and was able to make that tackle. Just shoulder pads to the knees.
Demons up front with Harshberger, Gamalik, and Vogel. The linebackers Savage, Ediger, Gifford, and Lomas. Pike, Taylor, Murphy, and Doan make up the secondary for the Red Demons. 2nd down and 10 from the 26. Great Bend going left to right. And it's a zone read. It's kept by Marshall. The Demons stuff it. Nowhere to run. Hit right at the line of scrimmage.
It's almost a game of leapfrog out there between
Ediger,
Austin Savage, and Ryan Lomas.
And Ediger makes the tackle. It's now 3rd and 11 from the 28. So
let's go back to something really quick. We were talking about Chris Brownback just a moment ago. Michael Pelton checked him out. He's up fine. So looks like he's going back in a minute.
In the shotgun is Great Bend with 2 tight ends. And they will pass on 3rd and 12. Marshall out in the flats. Incomplete as he slung it out there to the left to Chad Towsley. But it's no good. And now the Panthers have a 4th down and 12 from the 28. Now they've got the wind at their back, so to speak.
Mark, that last play that they just had there looked an awful lot like the opening play that they had where they tossed the ball out there to Bryce Beck. But he kind of let Beck just a little underthrown, and same thing here that time, little underthrown.
4th and 12 from the 28. In the shotgun is Great Bend. Slot left. They come out with split backs. Have Marshall to pass with time, looking down the middle, and it is intercepted by Dodge City. Picked off by Lomas at the 20.
Well, there was definitely a hand on that D-line that got on the ball that time. We got instant replay here. We love it. We'll see if we can see whose hand that was.
I couldn't tell, but you're right. The angle of the ball popped up. So, yeah, somebody got a fingertip on it. And the Red Demons
they absolutely
even up the turnovers.
Well, there you go. 1 for 1. They're tied at 1 for 1 with Coach Foster.
Dodge City now in the shotgun, 4 wide set, play action pass. They throw it out, dropped by Murphy at the 25. May have heard some footsteps there as Bryce Hoffmeister was breathing down his neck.
He was led just a little too far, and he got some fingertips on it, but wasn't able to rein that ball in that time.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 18. No score, 8:09 to play in the first quarter. Dodge City going into the win, right to left. Newton to pass. And flushed out a little bit, dumps it off to Davis. Davis running up the middle, and Parker will near the 25-yard line, a pickup of about 7 on the play. They'll put him at the 24. So a third manageable now for Dodge City.
I'll tell you, there were only 10 of 11 players on Parker Davis that time as they were tackling him. I think everybody on the field but one person.
3rd and 5 from the 18. Trips on the near side for the Demons. Newton looking that way. Inside screen. They go to Schulte, and it's blown up. He'll get hit at the line, and it'll be punting time for the Red Demons.
Well, it was read very, very perfectly by Ethan Henderson, who just turned around. He was over there playing a game with Taylor Murphy, and turned right around, was able to tackle Schulte no sooner than he got the ball in his hands.
So here comes Burkhart to kick, averaging 38 a punt. Tyler Uselton's back deep, standing at the 41. Here's the snap. Let's go into the wind, and the kick is away, and it's a booming kick from Burkhart. He sends Uselton back to the 30, and he's met right there by Murphy. No return.
Taylor Murphy got right down there, was in his face. He caught it, and boom, Murphy was around his legs. That was just absolutely perfect. Take a look at the instant replay. Murphy was even looking over his shoulder as he was running down there to see where the ball was in the air.
Excellent kick.
Perfect time.
Excellent kick into the wind.
I'll tell you, that looks like one of the best kicks he's had all year long, and it had just a nice little spiral on it.
44 yards. 44 yards into the wind.
Wow.
So 1st and 10 from the 30 for Great Bend. No score. Panthers going left to right. Dodge City 3-man front. And the Panthers will keep Marshall in at quarterback. Come out in the shotgun, but a tight formation. 2 receivers in near. And now they will run a jet sweep and will hand it off to the receiver who will run past the 35 and down to the 37-yard line. The carry goes to Brock Ibarra, and he has about 6 or 7 on first down. 2nd and 3 now for Great Bend.
Taylor Murphy did a really great job of reading that. He was left unblocked on the left side of the ball there and was able to step out there. He had to come back just a little when he turned it upfield, but he got him. Way to read.
So now lining up in the shotgun is Beck. Beck takes a snap. He's going to run the option to the near side. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and the Demons can't get him down to the 50-yard line. He went through a couple of arm tackles and finally gets down to about the 49-yard line. Taylor Murphy gets credit for the tackle.
It's just getting more and more important that you've just got to make sure that you wrap those guys up and hold on. You can't just hit them anymore.
Vogel helped out on the play. It's now 1st and 10 from the 48. Great Bend comes out in the shotgun. 2 running backs lined up to the left. Now they motion man the backfield. They have 3 to this side, and running hard to the far side goes Hoffmeister. And Hoffmeister will get all the way to the 30-yard line before Gifford Beckett-Pike pushes him out there.
That sounds like a fake name since everybody puts Meister after everything anymore. But he does a good job. Guess he's just flying down that side, on the far side, and everybody's having to chase him. It didn't look like he had that kind of speed when he came out around there.
Well, it's coming back, blocking the back on Liberal. I never saw or on Great Bend, rather. I never saw the flag, but
okay, we'll take it.
It'll be 1st and 11 after the penalty. But a new wrinkle from the Great Bend offense, lining up.
These are not the replacement refs tonight.
No, they're the real deal.
We've always had the real deal here.
This time the Panthers come out in the gun with split backs. In the shotgun, it's Matt Marshall. The Demons blitz trying to set up a screen. It's caught by Lopez. He has a lot of real estate. 40, 35, 30. And on his feet, Murphy tackles him at the 20. And the Red Demons struggle to get him down as looks like Pike helped out on the play as well.
I'll tell you, Josh Lopez, who caught that ball, he's 5'8", 221. He's got a nice low center of gravity and a very wide body to go with that.
The Panthers moving the football. No score. 1st and 10 from the 21. 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Now the Panthers come out in a Maryland I. 3 running backs in this I formation. And it's a keep by the, well, no, it's a run up the middle. It goes to Lindy up the middle, and he gets a yard, maybe 2.
Oh, it's a pitch, actually, when you take a look at it from behind, yeah.
A Maryland I. That's an I formation with 3 running backs.
Yes. And everybody goes, I wonder which way they're going to go.
So it's second down and 7 from the 19. Panthers with the win, but they have been looking to run the football, which is not a surprise. Lindy and Lopez in the backfield. Standing to each side of the quarterback, Matt Marshall, who's going to pass, looking middle, and he throws. It's incomplete, and here comes a flag. He threw it into coverage, and Dodge City had that well covered on the play, and Zarte was out there.
Well, they sent Lindy right out there to that left flat, and he had a lot of company. We'll just say that.
Should have a hold on Great Bend, and that is the call. So the Panthers with 2 penalties now on this drive, and it'll back them up.
Well, it's been very costly for their momentum, I'll tell you, because they really had some nice things happen prior to both of those.
Panthers up front with Warren, Haynes, Nealon, Westhoff, and Bayless. Johnson and Reynolds, the receivers. Lopez and Alendi, the running backs for Bryce Beck and or Matt Marshall. It's been mostly Marshall for the Panthers in this game. They've got Beck lined up in the slot.
Here he is again.
And now they go empty backfield as they motion Lopez over. So an empty set for the quarterback, Matt Marshall. He will throw, pressured, and he is going to be sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you, sophomore Leighton Ediger came flying up the middle of that line of guys. No one touched him at all.
And Justin Gamalik.
He was able to put the hit on him, and then, Gamalik and his buddies came in and took care of it.
So now third and 33 for Great Bend as the Panthers go in the wrong direction. A penalty and a sack have taken the life out of this one. Demons need a big play. They need to prevent a big play, I should say. Great Bend has the win, down to 7 on the snap clock. They motion back, and now some confusion. And on 3rd and 31, the Panthers take a timeout. You know, I'm almost half tempted there, Kelly, that you just take the delay of game. What's 3rd and 31 or 3rd and 36,
yeah.
You know?
5 more yards there does nothing to it. You're probably going to come out with some giant pass play anyway, so what does it really matter? Here you use your first time out. Now you're down 1 before this half. That kind of sounds like a John Madden math thing there.
Boom!
Anyway.
Tough acting connected.
But anyway, you're down 1 when you may need it right before half. So,
yeah, I've always valued timeouts preciously, and
I say use them till or keep them until you really need them.
Yeah, I think that's a situation where let's buy more, but you don't want to run the wrong play either. I understand that, and there was some confusion as Great Bend again has kind of opened up the playbook, and now they come out in that pro gun set where you've got the quarterback, a blocking back, and then the running back behind him.
Looks to be the same play.
They motion back, and now it's a draw play. Goes to Alendi, and Alendi with a good running room all the way down to the 30-yard line. He picks up 12 yards, and he gives Great Bend now an opportunity to try a very long field goal or go for it.
That is a very long field goal for high school there.
Now, you got a pretty good breeze at your back, but yeah, that's probably 46-yarder. That's pushing it, and then Great Bend. A punt gets you 10 yards, so obviously they'll go for it here.
But I don't doubt, a high school kid can kick that far. It's just the accuracy that comes into play big time for a field goal that long. It looks like it doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter.
So on 4th and 18, and his play's blown dead. Looks like perhaps 2 men in motion for the Panthers. Yep, false start. That'll push it back.
Well, Panthers are stealthy creatures. They thought maybe they could put 2 guys in motion there and make sure that maybe they wouldn't see it.
Somebody on the right side of the line may have. And now Great Bend is at least going to line up in a punting formation. One thing Coach Foster talked about in pregame, Liberal had a very successful fake punt. He didn't want to see that happen here this week. Big guy Nick Warren is an offensive lineman, is also their punter. And they snap it to him, and Warren is going to kick, trying to angle it, I guess. It bounces and will go down to the end zone. A good effort by Great Bend down there near the goal line.
It almost took the wrong kickback on it that time. Taylor Murphy let it go by.
Check it. Bryce Hoffmeister almost able to save it down there, but Dodge gets it at the 20. Those are the Demons. We're in another defensive battle here, Kelly. And let's see if Dodge can move the ball. We have not seen any of Blake Middleton yet in the game. Demons 4-wide set from the 20. And now Newton pressured, and Newton's going to be sacked back at the 15-yard line by 4 white jerseys. Make it 5.
You also forgot to say he was going to be spun around about 3 times on the way down.
Yeah, officials really need to blow that dead.
They do. There was also, it looked like the Keystone Cops out there trying to take him down. In on that tackle was Chad Tweedsley.
Zecca in there as well. It's now 2nd and 14 from the 16. And Newton looking to pass, and he can't find anybody. Run out of room here on the near side. He dumps it off Murphy, who makes the catch at the 25. And the Demons will get about 8 or 9 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd and manageable now from the 25.
Well, Murphy was out there, and he was covered to start with, and Newton kept going and running out of real estate there, coming toward the sideline. And they finally, the defenders moved off of him to go after Newton, just to stop him, and opened up Murphy to get the shot off.
3rd and 5 from the 25. Dodge would like to convert here. Taking their time, getting the play in and making an adjustment. Great Bend with a 4-man front, really spreading things out there. Now they set up the inside screen to Duckett. Duckett breaks the tackle. He's into the open field. He's at the 40, 45, 50. There he goes down the sideline, and they're not going to catch him. Duckett all the way. Touchdown. 6 for the Red Demons.
Well, I'll tell you, Duckett put on the speed. Emerson Campbell was really the only guy for the Panthers that could have caught up to him that time, and it kind of looked like he was running in slow motion, Mark.
75 yards.
That was excellent. That's one of the bread and butter plays right there, where they put 3 backs out, 3 receivers out on the right or left side. They block with 2 of them, and all of a sudden pops out a receiver, and they catch it in the slant route.
Here's Burkhardt. He's 17 of 20 on the season on PATs. And there is number 18, Dodge City 7, Great Bend nothing.
Well, that was a heck of a run by Dakota Duckett.
Now that inside screen, and once the first man missed, that's the danger. You're trying to defend that screen. One guy misses, and then things can really unravel in a hurry, and Duckett becoming a favorite target of Kellen Newton.
He is. You know, he dropped that first pass the last game there at Liberal, and then after that, he was on fire. He really looked everything in, made sure he had it. He just, tremendous thing.
Well, it is homecoming, and the Red Demons up 7-0. And
anybody out there want to know who the homecoming king and queen are? You stick around for halftime, because I have no idea. I just thought I'd get everybody scared.
I was seeing if you had the script there.
You going to say it? No, I don't.
I saw the crown back here.
Yeah, the crown.
I know you were trying it on before.
I was, yeah. Works great on a bald head, you know. Now they'll have a great halftime show with the crowning of the king and queen, and the drill team will perform. The band, the Pride of Southwest Kansas, they already performed their halftime show pregame tonight, just because of the allotted time that each high school is allowed during halftime.
Yeah, some schools do it after. I think it's much better to do it before the game.
Oh, absolutely. You still get people here, and I'll tell you,
good crowd.
Big crowd.
Big crowd. This may be the biggest crowd of the season, Kelly.
That's excellent. I know it's definitely bigger than Liberal's home crowd last week.
It
I had that comment several times, and got back in the car, and my wife came down with us. The first thing she said, it looked like there was a lot of fans there last weekend for Liberal.
No, I have to say, Great Bend has traveled pretty well here today.
Yeah, they've got a big representation.
Here comes the kick at angles to the near side. This is going to go out of bounds at the 11, and that'll put it at the 35. Always dangerous to let that thing bounce because it's a free ball, but good play by Lindy to let it go out of bounds.
You never know how quickly people are going to get down there sometimes.
Man, Demons, I think Pike was down there leading the charge. They've done a nice job getting back on special teams.
Yeah, the special teams have just been outstanding this year, and just moving really quickly. There's just a lot of outstanding kids on this Red Demon team this year, and it gives you a lot of hope, not only for the rest of the season, but what's coming up in the next couple of years.
Wasn't it Pike who caught the an onside kick on the bounce?
Yes. Oh, the kids were talking about that bronze last week.
Perfect bounce to him. Great Bend, 1st and 10 from the 35, down 7-0. Marshall a pass. He throws it over the middle. He finds Beck. He breaks away, and he's got close to a first down, depending on the spot. I think he is just shot. Did not get the mark. May have actually gotten it. I think he may have been, well, he went backwards. That's probably the right spot.
I want to know
second
what
and 1.
Beck is spread all over his uniform because everybody keeps slipping off of him every time they go to tackle him.
Is it Pam, you think?
I wonder.
The cooking spray?
Yes.
2nd and 1 from the 44. Great Bend has moved the ball. There's no doubt about that. They've got a 4-wide set, and it is Allende on the run. A counter to the outside. First down to the 50. Murphy pushes him out hard out of bounds at the 48, right in front of that Great Bend bench.
He took some of the Great Bend bench with him that time, it looked like, too. That was a nice, hard tackle. He was, he
got held by Beck.
I was going to say he was graciously getting blocked in the back or held by Bryce Beck as he made the tackle.
1st and 10 from the 46 now. The Panthers get it up quickly to midfield. They're down 7-zip. 4 wide receivers set. Now they're going to adjust the play and check the sideline. As the Panthers get the audible in, stay in the gun. Matt Marshall has gotten most of the reps at quarterback in the game, and he'll take the snap. It's a quarterback draw, and Marshall has a big hole to the outside. A first down and pushed out at the 30-yard line over there on the far side by...
Looks like Rashawn Taylor got a hold of his shoestring. He tried to jump up there. Yeah, you know what? It was Murphy got in under him. It was Taylor Murphy who got in under him that time.
So 1st and 10, Demon defense needs to tighten up a little bit as Great Bend's moved the football.
They've got some weapons on that Panther side.
Marshall in the gun, 4 wide set. And he will motion back on a jet sweep. They fake to him and hand it off up the middle. And a lot of room for Allende, and he will go to the end zone. Touchdown, Great Bend. Well, a fake on the receiver coming on that jet sweep, and then up the middle goes Allende, and nobody picked him up.
I tell you, Rashad Taylor was one of the saving graces there, and he got turned around by the man he was all over, and Allende was able to run right by him. He was not very happy with himself. That would be Taylor after that.
Now here comes the extra point try. Mario Espino kicking with the wind at his back. Good snap. Beck is the holder. Here's the kick, and it's right down the middle. We are tied at 7 after the 30-yard run by Jonathan Allende.
Well, I'll tell you, I think probably what saved that momentum of the Panthers running it in last series of downs were the mistakes that were made, the penalties that they had. This time going virtually penalty-free, able to walk it right down that field.
I know down here on the sideline, the Demons training staff looking at Austin Savage, and hopefully he's okay. He's been a big part of the Demon defense.
Right, very hard hitter, and he gets there all the time. That's simply all I have to say. He gets there.
Well, the Demon defense is going to have to make some adjustments. Great Bend is on all 3 drives really moved the ball.
They have.
But a turnover and some penalties stopping the first 2.
Savage is walking around. Doesn't have his helmet in hand yet, but he's walking around.
He's been a big leader for defense for the Demons. Dodge City will get it back. We're tied at 7, and defensive battle may just go out the window here. We'll see as the offenses get revved up.
Well, certainly that's what we saw. Somebody likened last week's game to a track meet.
Yep. It's like being at the Kansas Speedway.
Yes. But nonetheless, it's a very interesting game. There's a lot of scoring, but it's very interesting.
Great Bend had 41 a week ago against North. Pike back deep for the Demons. And here comes the kick. And it is, well, we got a whistle. And
there's a flag on the far side of the field. I was looking all over.
Somebody left a little bit too early for Great Bend. And it'll be, you don't see that very often, but...
you get a little excited sometimes. I always remember the coaches going over and over that, don't you run past that kicker.
So they'll move it back 5 yards.
Well, we'll take that. Espino's got kind of one of those stock kicks. If you watch him, he doesn't follow through the way he kicks it. He takes a lot of little stutter steps as he comes up to the ball, and then doesn't really follow through. Just puts his leg into it.
Well, here comes the kick. This one from a 35, and this is an angling kick, and it is going to go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And now here's my question. Will it go to the 35 or the 40 on this?
That is a good question.
I think it still goes to the 35. But
so advantage, Great Bend in that case.
Yep, they will put it at the 35, which is what I thought was the rule, but still good field position for Dodge City.
That's why they didn't even call us up for replacement referee.
Oh, I was wrong. No, see, it's a good thing they didn't call it. They will put it at the 40. So, got to trust my instincts. Dodge City comes out in that inverted shot bone and runs to the left side to Davis, and he gets maybe a yard, a hard yard.
He really ran into a lot of traffic right there.
He'll get 2 out of it. It'll be 2nd and 8, and Dodge City will be wise to just let this tick all the way down and get the win for the second quarter. They're going no huddle. And Dodge City will not get a playoff, although it looks like they were
just about
trying to, but might as well get the wind at your back, and they will when we come back. We're tied 7-7. We head to the second. A 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Red Demons on Super Hits K95.
Before you tackle your next tailgate party, suit up with one stop at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts. Kick off the party with Big 12 licensed gear no real fan can do without. Then score some flavor with gourmet dips, snacks, and a full range of grill spices and tools. Get your party in the red zone with cocktail and beverage mixes, and finally touch down with a delicious dessert that's sure to bring victory to your sports celebration. Get your game face on at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts in Dodge City.
Nothing connects a community like a winning team, and it's no different for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center in Dodge City. Dr. Neal, Dr. Kovac, Dr. Morgan, Denise, Brandon, and the rest of the team are nothing short of incredible. Joint replacements, knee scopes, ACL reconstruction, treatment of tendonitis, fracture management, or simply sports medicine, it's all part of the game for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, a proud sponsor of the Dodge City Red Demons.
Great Bend 7, Dodge City 7 as we head to the second quarter. Demons have a 2nd and 8 from the 42. And Taylor Murphy Kellen Newton looking to throw. He finds Duckett, who's pushed out of bounds at the 45, making the 46 and a first down. A flashback to last year. Taylor Murphy was quarterback. And they got it! Jim Groth with the T-shirt gun gets it out and up here in the press box. They've never been able to do that, and they finally did. First and 10, Dodge City, and now Newton's going to keep on a broken play, and he's hit at the line. He and Davis kind of had trouble on the exchange, and I don't know exactly what happened.
They did. Well, Newton ended up with the ball, and they stopped it just before replay.
Some confusion, and now Middleton is in for the first time. 2nd down and 12 from the 47. Demons in the inverted shot bone. And Newton looking to pass. He'll throw near side to Duckett. Complete at the 35, and he's going to be right there at the sticks. I think he's got it, depending on the spot, and they will give it to him. A first down at the 36.
Well, Duckett does a very nice job of coming out there, and he just does a little curl and is able to turn around and catch it each time. Looks to be the similar one starting this half.
Dodge City. Inverted bone again. It goes to Davis, and he leans forward and has a good 5-yard chunk on first down. I like to see that. Just throw that behind those big guys on the right side, including Vogel, who's in.
Well, it looks like that fumble. Excuse me, go ahead.
2nd and 5, dudes go up tempo, and Davis to the outside, and he's hit at the line and taken down by Hunter Harrison. He got it to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, Harrison came flying in there and got him right around the waist. But anyway, going back to that, it looked to be like that same play where Davis ended up fumbling there at the beginning of the game. He's just trying to get that little extra out of it. I don't believe he'll be fumbling again, and it didn't look like he was just not carrying it. They got the ball stripped out of him.
3rd and 6 from the 32. Great Bend students who have come are making some noise here. As the Red Demons take the snap, handoff going to Davis. He weaves to the inside, and Parker running hard. And he's close. I'm not sure if he got it. Our angle makes it tough. I think he's short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Yeah, it's really close there. You know, he did a good job of really just chopping through there and bouncing and moving.
4th and 1. Demons go for it at the 27. It goes to Davis, and he's got the first down to the 25-yard line.
Once again, able to fight right up that middle and get something out of it. He went left off of center this time to capture that yard or two needed to get him across that first down marker.
1st and 10 from the 24. 7-7 tie. Dodge City going left to right. Some movement up front on the defensive side, but nobody flinching. Dodge adjusting the play. Have plenty of time. 13 on the snap clock. Inverted bone. And they handed the second man through, and this is going nowhere. Blown up. Great Bend makes a stop back at the 34-yard line. The run was
Anthony Jones.
Anthony Jones, a 5'6" junior, in his first carry of the year by my count.
Yeah, I haven't seen him out there doing any of that.
It's an interesting decision there by the Demons, and now go trips on the near side. And Newton to pass. Kellen with all day, throws, and incomplete, and now is off the deflection. Intercepted by Great Bend.
It looked like it bounced right off of Jones' mask. Right off his face mask. It had quite a bounce.
And picked off on the deflection by Shane Wandra.
Schulte was right there. Now, Shane Wandra, he's a guy to watch out for. I know in the last couple of years in the freshman JV games, he's a name that was said over and over and over.
Dodge City off the interception, their second turnover. They've got to tighten things up defensively. As Great Bend 1st and 10 from the 15, and it goes up the middle. Boy, they had movement all over the place, and Marshall, I think, kept it. No, it was a draw, and Marshall couldn't get the handoff to Lopez, and then he ran up the middle and got a 1-yard loss. Big confusion on the play.
Looked like it fell apart. Looked like they brought Taylor Murphy in there, just pounding it in, and really did a good job.
2nd and 12 from the 13.
Time to get out the binoculars, just far enough away.
At that far angle of the field, yeah. The south end. Now Marshall fumbles the snap. He's pressured, and he's back near the goal line now, running for his life, trying to find someone, and he's tripped up and brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, Jose Arzada was right there in his face, and I don't know. It looked like he gave up for just a second and then ended up having to chase him.
Doan got him, but after all that, it's a pickup all the way to the 21. He got
21 yards out of that. It looked from where he was about tackled.
The 3rd down and 4. And the Demons need a stop here on this 3rd and 4.
Showing 4 and 4 on the scoreboard.
It is 3rd down.
It is 3rd, yes.
Great Bend with a shotgun eye set. And now 2-man in motion, and here comes the flag. And I think somebody on the left side may have leaned in, too. Yeah, actually,
here you go. They get some big momentum, and now the Panthers are starting to shoot themselves in the foot again.
So it's 3rd down and 9 now at the 16. We're tied at 7. 7:58 to play in the first half. Hayes up big on Wichita South, 27-0 after 1. That'll be the Demons' next opponent. 3rd and 9 from the 16. Marshall looking to throw, and it's complete for a first down to the 35-yard line. Completed out there to Brock Ibarra. Boy, Great Bend, a big conversion.
Well, Taylor Murphy was able to make the tackle that time, assisted by Ryan Lomas. Gave him a big spin, bringing him to the ground.
1st and 10 from the 35. And you know, I can see the Panthers mixing in that pass game. It hasn't been very good for them, but Marshall's been solid here tonight. Now they go with Beck at quarterback. So look for a run. He's got 2 running backs to his left. They motion over a receiver, and it's a handoff going to the receiver's way. And Hoffmeister will get to the 41. Tackled there by Dodge City, brought down by Leighton Ediger. It's a gain of about 5 or 6.
Hoffmeister tackled by the Edigermeister.
Oktoberfest is tomorrow at the Knights of Columbus.
There you are.
So did have to bring along old Bryce Hoffmeister. Sounds like something that Sam Adams puts out about this time of year. Huh? 2nd and 4 from the 41. Again, 2 running backs to the right of the quarterback Beck. He runs a zone read, and he will keep, and Dodge City piles on him. He'll lose a couple. Gamalik helps blow that up.
Yeah, Doan, Gamalik were right in there on top of him that time, as well as Colin Gifford.
So now another 3rd down. Demons need a stop. They need a stop on this 3rd down and get the ball back. Build some confidence defensively. We just have the 7 points from Great Bend, but the Panthers have racked up a lot of yards.
They have. I mean, they just really moved that ball down the field.
So here we go on 3rd and 6 from the 40. And the Panthers again in the shotgun with 2 running backs that run the option to the far side of the field. Here comes the flag. Beck breaks free. He's got the 1st down, and he is gone.
Just let
Murphy,
him go.
the only guy who could catch him. Beck down to the 10. He will score as Murphy can't get him, but there's a flag.
I'll tell you.
I think it's coming back.
Murphy was going with him step for step, and, got up to him. He textbook tackle when you're trying to tackle somebody from behind running full speed.
Officials are saying, get back here. Here's a hold. And penalties are just killing Great Bend right now.
Well, that's okay for us. Those of you that took the road trip over here from about 90 miles away, sorry. I'll tell you, Taylor Murphy really looked good on that tackle that time. Although he did make the tackle.
Well, it was a great effort.
It was a great effort. It was a great form.
Now it's going to be 3rd and very long again for the Panthers. They go from a touchdown to 3rd and 18 at their own 29. 7-7 tie, 5:55 and counting here in the 2nd quarter. And the Panthers have been dominant, but we are tied.
Game feels like it's moving along, too.
It is. We're not even at
We have just the best
7:40.
facilities in the world. It seems like every time we're here at Memorial Stadium, it flies right along.
3rd and 18 from the 28. Panthers, 1 running back in there. It's Lopez, and now Beck left early.
I think he did. Absolutely. He turned it up.
He angled he came over in motion and then just took off before the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
Well, Beck has been the starting quarterback for the most part, and he's playing wide receiver now.
He's used to calling the go on his own. Doesn't have to wait for somebody to do it. He can take his own sweet time whenever he needs to.
Now the Panthers have 3rd in Oklahoma. They're heading back to Barton County the way this thing is. Well, they're in actually the opposite direction. They're going more towards Meade, the way they're moving. They have a 3rd and 23 from the 23, and this may just be a draw. I can't see anything too creative coming from the Panthers, but we'll see. They motion over to the near side. Beck again. He doesn't leave early this time. Marshall a pass with time over the middle. It's caught and brought down at the 39-yard line. Getting back to penalty yardage is Great Bend.
Zach Reynolds on the catch that time. Brought him from the left side wide receiver spot. Again, I'm kind of surprised how open that middle section is right there with the Red Demon linebackers.
Yeah, I'm not. Dodge has played a lot of man this year, but Great Bend has seen something over the middle, and they have gotten big chunks of yardage in the passing game. Panthers to kick on 4th down and 9. They got a lot of yards on that last play, but still have to punt. Murphy let it bounce. It'll go out of bounds at the 24.
Yeah, that's all he could do, Mark, was just let it bounce right out there. Looked like he was going to field it for a moment, but see where that bounce takes it. The bounce took it right out of bounds.
So the Demons get the ball back, but you kind of feel a little wheezy about that. I mean, Great Bend really shot themselves in the foot. They moved the ball, but penalties really led to the deflation of that drive.
Absolutely. Now look at this. They've got Middleton and Davis in there.
And I think it's the formation Dodge fans are kind of waiting for. Split backs with the 2 playmakers in at running back. And it goes this time to Parker Davis, and Davis running hard up the middle, nears the 30, and has about 5 yards.
Davis 6. Stretching it out again as he knew he was going down, stretching his whole body out, trying to lunge forward for just a little bit of.
And there's a player down over Dodge City getting up slowly and losing his helmet is Bryce Sunday.
He's a big guy to get up slow.
So the Demons now will have a 2nd and 5 from the 29. Split backs in the shotgun, and it's a run. It goes to Middleton, and Middleton is greeted at the 30. He got maybe a yard. Popped right there by Hunter Harrison.
You know, that kind of a play has to happen so quickly, and it looked like he didn't quite get the ball into his hands where he needed it to turn it up, and so he's about a second late.
3rd down and 5 from the 29. Newton to pass. He's got all day. Slings it to Duckett. He leaps. He makes the catch and pushed out of bounds at the 44.
Hey, Duckett has been outstanding making that catch. Chris Burley for the Panthers took him out of bounds that time, but Duckett just absolutely towers over him and looks like outweighs him. Chris Burley, 5'8", 136. Dakota Duckett, huge guy, 6'2", 198.
Yeah, 6'2" will win. 1st and 10 from the 43. Demons going left to right, and now they run a little option play, and Newton is drilled. 5 white shirts around him as he's dropped at the line.
Yes.
Harrison leading the charge, but take your pick of Panther tacklers. Ethan Henderson in there as well.
Yeah, they really brought everyone in on him that time.
Townsley's going to get credit for the tackle. 2nd and 10 from the 43. Clock moving at 3:25. We're tied at 7. And the Demons
definitely need to get to this next first down, keep things moving, and keep the ball out of their hands, the Panther hands before halftime.
Trips on the far side for Kellen Newton. He rolls to that far side. Doesn't have a lot of time. Davis can't hold his block, and he's sacked back at the 30. Wow. Parker Davis could not hold back
Chad Tousley,
and he makes the sack. That is a costly sack.
He just ran him down. I think, had Kellen Newton had one more step backward into Red Demon territory there, which is, of course, the wrong way to run, he might have outran the hand there of Tousley, but I'll tell you, he didn't, and that's what came to his demise, getting a hold of that shirt tail.
3rd and 23 for the Demons at the 31, and they'll try and run as much clock as they can, down to 5. And Newton in the gun will not get a play off. He did not get it off. There's the flag.
He just barely didn't get it off. Darn it. Just barely didn't get it off that time.
I hate to see the Demons not moving the ball with the wind at their back.
And this is where it turns around. We were talking a little bit ago about the timeouts, and here would have been a good time to have maybe taken it. Sure, what's 5 yards? But down to less than 2 minutes, or down to 2 minutes.
3rd and 28. Newton dropping back, has some time, steps up, now it collapses on him. He throws, and a little out. It's caught in the flats by Davis, and Davis loses his helmet as he's hit at the 30. Well, somebody lost a helmet.
It was a Panther helmet.
Sorry, I thought Parker lost his head there, but it wasn't.
He hit that wall pretty hard.
And now Great Bend uses a timeout. They will have one remaining with 2:11 to go, 7-7 tie. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Demons on K95.
This time of year, John's Body Shop makes a lot of deer customers. It's not so much they go looking for them, but drivers are meeting up with the deer. More than 9,000 in Kansas last year. Kansas roads can be treacherous, with deer darting into traffic causing major accidents. We hope that everyone will drive safely and defensively, but if you do meet up with a deer and your vehicle can't be moved or has major damage, remember this. Call 911, then call John's. John's Body Shop, the towing and major collision repair experts covering Southwest Kansas for more than 3 decades.
Seven tie, 2:11 left in the first half. Great Bend one timeout. The Demons have their full set, and Dodge will be kicking.
Well, I'll tell you right now, this is where we need Burkhardt's full leg into this, because that could really determine some big momentum going into halftime. 7-7 is great, but boy, 14-7 would not be fun.
Uselton back deep at the 30. Demons need a good kick, and now Dodge is going to spread things out in a little bit different formation. And Great Bend is going to come after the kick, and Burkhardt gets it away. It angles to the near side, bounces at the 35, takes a big Great Bend round, bounce to the 40, and now rolls back to about the 39. So the Panthers one timeout and have it at the 39. They've certainly got a big play offense with their ability to break off big runs, and they've thrown the ball well, too.
They do, yeah, absolutely. There's lots of little things that they can do to take this ball and put it in before halftime arrives. Let's just say halftime cannot arrive fast enough right now. Then again, we can always be hopeful, cross both of our fingers, and hope for a big pickoff or something.
How about a pick six here?
That sounds good.
Great Bend will obviously go with Marshall here. They're going to need to throw with just one timeout, or at least give the appearance of throwing. In the shotgun, Marshall takes the snap with one hand. A big hold and nothing called, and now Marshall lofts it. It's complete at the 40 and down to the 30. Boy, Great Bend got away with the hold there.
I tell you, that was Nick Warren all over Bryce
Sunday. Just got his jersey completely grabbed in plain sight and nothing called, and now Great Bend has it all the way to the 33.
It was just such a lob pass.
They missed one there. Now first down and 10 for Great Bend. Clock is stopped.
Had to move those sticks.
That's still stopped. Maybe, I'm not sure why. And they may put a man in motion, and it's a run. Marshall keeps, and he's hit from behind by Duckett.
That's odd to see him that far behind the line like that. Duckett playing a little linebacker right now?
I think he is, as the Demons have gone with a bigger rotation. It's now a second down and about 14 from the 33. Down to 1:28 left in the first half.
Yeah, they have him lined up. It looks like he's playing corner, but yet it kind of looks like he's playing third line, fourth linebacker.
Dodge City showing blitz. They'll bring 4. Marshall with time over the middle. It's complete. Brought down at the 30-yard line is Brock Ibarra, and hit by Rashawn Taylor.
Dakota Duckett.
So it's now a third down and 7 for the Panthers, who are in, I would think, 2-down territory. They got a 3rd and 8 from the 31, under a minute left in the half.
Mario Espino's over there warming up his leg for the Panthers.
They'd have to get some more, I would think, to use him. Dodge City bringing the house. Marshall escapes, running to the near side. He's sacked back at the 33, brought down by Dodge City. Jacob Harshberger, the sack. And now Great Bend is going to use the timeout and discuss what they want to do on 4th down. They'll keep it here.
One.
So the Panthers have 4th down and about 11. They mark it at the 34. They're going into the wind. I would think this would not be a possible shot for Spino. I would think Great Bend will try and lob one up for the end zone, or at least get a first down.
Yeah, I think they have to do that. There's no question about it. They've got to go for something quick, and it's got to be in the air right here. They've had several draw plays that have been kind of tricky. That might be something really to watch for. They do have, again, a lot of weapons in their arsenal on the ground.
Yeah, I would think a post. The middle has been soft, it seems, and get that first down.
That might be why they've kind of lit it up with on the Red Demon defense there, with several guys kind of hanging out in the middle now.
But you got to get a first down. You get either out of bounds or a first down or a touchdown. You got to have one of those things if you're Great Bend, because they're out of timeouts. Dodge City needs to get a stop here. Let's see what the Panthers come out with. They will have split backs, and the shotgun is Marshall. 3 wide receivers, 2 up on the far side. And Marshall takes the snap. Dodge brings 4. He's got a lot of time, throwing deep, and it's batted away, incomplete by Trace Pike. They were gunning for Bryce Beck, and it's incomplete, and the Demons take over on downs.
Well, that's very good. Wise playing down there. That had several Red Demons right around him that time, Beck, and were able to make sure that he was sealed off from touching that ball that time.
So the Demons have 3 timeouts, tied at 7, 31 seconds left, and they have it at their own 34.
We've got one shot for something kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think I agree. Oh, Newton just bobbled the snap. He lost it. And I think Great Bend got it, but hold on.
I don't know. The Great Bend player kind of came up, but
Newton battling Towsley, and Newton wins.
Let me come back and say something crazy right here. That's not what I meant. Okay?
Well, Kellen was a victim of Newton's law there as the ball dropped, and now the Demons.
He was also a victim of Murphy's Law, if you really want to think about it. So.
Wait, he's a receiver.
Will happen. No, I know.
And that's going to be the final play. I just won't take any chances Final play of the first half, and Great Bend has had their way in every area but the most critical, the scoreboard. We are tied at 7 after one half. It's homecoming. We'll take a timeout, look at some numbers right after this. You're listening to the Red Demons on K95.
One of the nice things about going to the dentist is knowing from day one who your dentist is. That is why it's wonderful to know that Ryan Limcooler, a former Demon, wants to be the dentist for your whole family. Dr. Ryan Limcooler is happy to be back in the community that gave him so much. Open Monday through Friday and located at 100 Ross Boulevard in Dodge City. Dr. Ryan Limcooler, a proud sponsor of Demon Sports. Call 225-6555 for your next appointment. New patients are always welcome.
Injuries are certainly a part of sports, but they can happen while having fun or just working around the house. If you get injured, call Family Practice Associates. We can handle most injuries, and if we can't, we can get you to those who can. The family medicine specialists at Family Practice Associates are ready to help you. Give us a call at 225-1650 for an appointment.
Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas, 120 Ross Boulevard, Dodge City.
The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, located at 503 North 2nd in Dodge City, is the Southwest Kansas headquarters for all your sports supplies. The Locker Room in downtown Dodge City offers you a full line of sporting goods, shoes or shorts, whistles, jerseys, uniforms, and all the high-quality accessories. And the Locker Room is the home of 20% off shoes and the home of Specialty Graphics, where you can get all your t-shirt and screen printing done professionally. Stop in today to place your order. The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, downtown Dodge City.
Shop at home.
You've probably heard that a dozen times. This is Mike from Legends Printing in Dodge City, and I want to talk to you about what that really means to us, the local merchant. When you buy from a local business, you keep our employees working, keep our business paying taxes and utilities, and you allow us to make a profit to be able to support the community in many ways. We can then buy goods and services from your company. You ask us to buy a yearbook ad or one on your menu or to support your prom or charitable event, so give us an opportunity to do business with you. All we ask is the next time you decide to print envelopes, forms, business cards, wide format posters, wedding invitations, or even print and bind a book, give us a chance to give you the quote. It may not be as cheap as the internet or the quickie guy in the city, but if you do business with us, we promise to give you exceptional quality, delivered on time, and to your satisfaction. Along with all that, you'll know that you're keeping the basic economy of your community stable. It's simple, really. Allow us to try and earn your business, and we'll work hard to deserve it. We're Legends Printing, downtown Dodge City.
United Wireless continues to have what it takes to change the way you feel about your cellular service. Compare these great prices on the latest and best-rated phones like the Samsung Galaxy S2 with seriously awesome speed and a display so bright it's luminous. Normally $439.99, now just $99 at United Wireless. Or for a phone to keep you moving with Beats Audio and is rated best in class for its camera, try the HTC One V, originally $299.99, just $1. Now that can make you feel pretty good about your cellular service. It's United Wireless. See your store agent for details today. Price is good through September 30th only.
The new laws for teen drivers are in place, and many parents are curious about how these laws will affect their auto insurance. At Keller Leopold, we represent a variety of financially strong carriers to provide you with options. We look forward to helping you and your teen driver get the right insurance coverage that best fits your family's needs. Call us today at 1-800-773-0102, follow us on Facebook, or visit us at www.kellerleopold.com.
Things happen.
Most believe that outdoor grilling is only a summertime event. Don't fool yourself. It's still a great time to brush up on your grilling skills so you can be prepared for the fall and winter months. Ace Hardware in Dodge City and Meade can help. They carry the best gas grills around. Traeger, Weber, Broilmate, Charbroil, and even Smokin' Brothers. Need accessories? You can count on Ace Hardware to have them too. Ace, the helpful place where you can always count on great products and great service.
Long's in Dodge City is in the winner's column with the entire family. With boots, jeans, coats, and ladies' apparel, they carry the most complete selection of work boots in the area. Like Red Wing, as well as favorites Tony Lama, Justin, Laredo, Durango, and Ariat. Jeans for men and women with name brands like Levi, Lee, and Wrangler. Plus a big and tall men's clothing department and tuxedos for every occasion. Weddings, anniversaries.
Pick Sports Chiropractic Committee to treat Olympic athletes at the 1996 Summer Olympics. And Dr. Pick is the Pro Sport Chiropractic Coordinator treating professional athletes. Dr. Pick is a certified chiropractic sports doctor. Pick Chiropractic. We are family and sports chiropractic care.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. We are tied at 7 between Dodge City and Great Bend as it is homecoming here at Dodge City. And I want to quickly go over the candidates here, including, we're just going off our list here, so kind of no order here, but Kelly Brower, Summer Wilson, Rebecca Shirley, Becca Bartell, Megan Gerard, Paige Bangeter, and Suey Calderon, as well as Lucero Patello, Trevor Bach, Renee Yeverino, Taylor Murphy, Justin Gamalik, Joseph Stroud, Parker Davis, Eric Snyder, and Edward Rivera. So there are your candidates, and we'll have the winner for you when we find out here in a little bit. It's always a lot of fun here at homecoming and a great crowd here at Memorial Stadium. I want to take a moment to thank our great sponsors of Red Demon Football, including United Wireless, Keller Leopold Insurance, Pride Ag Resources, Ace Hardware, Longs Incorporated, Pick Chiropractic, Coldwell Banker Hancock of Dodge City, Parker Haskins Insurance of Dodge City, and the Parker Haskins score updates, as we will have some of those for you coming up. Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts, South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, John's Body Shop, Kansas Doors, Ryan Lemcooler DDS, Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas, the Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, and the Trophy Shop. Red Demons tied up here with Great Bend 7-7. Of course, Demons fell a year ago, 28-7, and scored late in the ball game. It was kind of a tough go of it for Dodge City, but the Red Demons trying to bounce back, and we'll see what adjustments are made in the second half. Looking ahead at some of the other events coming up with some of the other sports, of course, throughout the athletic department, as we want to wish all of the Dodge City High School athletes the best of luck. And coming up October 2nd is the next home boys soccer game. It'll be against Hayes at 4 o'clock, and then October 4th against Wichita Heights at 6 o'clock start under the lights. So Hayes and Heights both coming up for boys soccer October 2nd and October 4th. Girls soccer will be at home for a big WAC meet, I should say, at Garden City coming up October 1st. And girls golf will be in Great Bend coming up on October 2nd. They have that listed at 3 a.m. I hope not. That would be some midnight golf there for the ladies. Again, our score here at halftime, it is 7-7. As passed along some other notes, volleyball will be in Lawrence on October 2nd, and then Garden City October 7th. Their next home match isn't until October 14th, so a little ways to go there. Cross country is on the road. They're in Stillwater. The girls' cross country is in Stillwater, and the boys in Newton both tomorrow, so some frequent flyer miles for the cross-country teams. Again, our score here at halftime, 7-7. Take another timeout and look at some numbers and some scores right after this. You're listening to the Red Demons on K95.
People don't talk about it a lot, but finding the right real estate agent can be the difference between a really bad or a really good home buying or selling experience. Do you want an agent ready and able to make a full-time commitment to you? Do you want an agent to know the local neighborhoods, schools, market conditions, and ordinances? Let's get together and talk about your home buying and or selling plans. We are Coldwell Banker Hancocks of Dodge City. Visit us at 2300 First Avenue or call 227-2129. Coldwell Banker, a proud sponsor of Demon Athletics.
Are you paying too much? Are you underinsured? Ask Parker Haskins. Is your business at risk? Are your needs being served? Ask Parker Haskins. Your independent insurance agency. We're Parker Haskins. We've got answers to the questions you should be asking. As the world taking you in a new direction, we've got the experience and the passion for everything in life that needs protection. Ask Parker Haskins.
teamwork. When two or more great talents work together towards success. That's what you'll find at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts in Dodge City. First, a full-service discount pharmacy, open 7 days a week, helping to keep your family healthy. Combined with unique gifts and home decor to keep your family's home and celebrations happy, and healthy. Our team's goal at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts, 2610 Central Avenue in Dodge City.
Nothing connects the community like a winning team, and it's no different for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center in Dodge City. Dr. Neal, Dr. Kovach, Dr. Morgan, Denise, Brandon, and the rest of the team are nothing short of incredible. Joint replacements, knee scopes, ACL reconstruction, treatment of tendonitis, fracture management, or simply sports medicine, it's all part of the game for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, a proud sponsor of the Dodge City Red Demons.
This time of year, John's Body Shop makes a lot of deer customers. It's not so much they go looking for them, but drivers are meeting up with the deer. More than 9,000 in Kansas last year. Kansas roads can be treacherous, with deer darting into traffic causing major accidents. We hope that everyone will drive safely and defensively, but if you do meet up with a deer and your vehicle can't be moved or has major damage, remember this. Call 911, then call John's. John's Body Shop, the towing and major collision repair experts covering Southwest Kansas for more than 3 decades.
Kansas Stores in Dodge City has the doors and windows that you need. Great quality, great service, and at a great price. Need an estimate? Just call 255-6966. Around the house or around your business, Kansas Stores is ready to help. Storm doors, entry doors, electric operators, or garage doors. It doesn't matter. The guys at Kansas Stores are qualified to install and service what they sell. For a better door, call Kansas Stores in Dodge City or Great Bend.
Built to last, installed safe and fast. Yes, we can. We're Kansas Stores.
One of the nice things about going to the dentist is knowing from day one who your dentist is. That is why it's wonderful to know that Ryan Limcooler, a former Demon, wants to be the dentist for your whole family. Dr. Ryan Limcooler is happy to be back in the community that gave him so much. Open Monday through Friday and located at 100 Ross Boulevard in Dodge City. Dr. Ryan Limcooler, a proud sponsor of Demon Sports. Call 225-6555 for your next appointment. New patients are always welcome.
2012 marks the 30th anniversary of Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas. That's 3 decades of providing comprehensive and compassionate medical care to Dodge City and Southwest Kansas. All of our physicians are Kansas-born and Kansas-trained to better understand you and your family. We cover all ages and nearly all medical conditions. With a dedicated staff, we are here to serve you. For an appointment, call 620-225-1650 or visit us online at fpawk.com.
And welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Dodge City down 7. Well, I shouldn't say down. We're tied 7-7. And it feels like the Demons should be down as you look at some of the numbers here from the first half. As overall, Great Bend outgaining Dodge 226-166. Great Bend out rushing Dodge 99 to just 9 yards for the Demons. Now some sacks have affected that total. Demons 157 yards passing. Great Bend, surprisingly, with 127 in the air themselves. And Great Bend may have a larger lead or have a lead at this point, if not for penalties. They've had 6 of them for 45 yards. The Demons with just 1 penalty for 5 yards. Some individual numbers for the Demons. Parker Davis, 8 carries, 39 yards. Blake Middleton, 1 carry for 2 yards. And also getting a carry in the ball game. A little surprised Anthony Jones got his first carry of the year. 1 carry for -8 yards. Kellen Newton, 5 carries for -24 yards. Newton, 10 of 12, 157 yards, a touchdown and a pick in the first half. Dakota Duckett leading the way, already has 112 yards receiving on 4 catches and a touchdown. Taylor Murphy, 3 catches for 35 yards. Davis, 2 catches for 10. And Schulte, 1 catch for no gain. Great Bend led in rushing by Alendi. Jonathan Alendi with 4 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown. Matt Marshall's been more of a throwing quarterback. Has got 8 carries for 22 yards on the ball game. Marshall, 8 of 11 throwing the ball for 127 yards and a pick. He's been sacked once. Well, listening in and trying to catch you as your homecoming king. Well, I didn't catch who the homecoming queen was there. Congratulations to Renee Yeverino as the homecoming king, but did not catch the name of the queen, so we will check that when we get back from commercial break. Let's take a break. We're tied at 7, Dodge City and Great Bend. You're listening to the Red Demons on Super Hits K95.
The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, located at 503 North 2nd in Dodge City, is the Southwest Kansas headquarters for all your sports supplies. The Locker Room in downtown Dodge City offers you a full line of sporting goods, shoes or shorts, whistles, jerseys, uniforms, and all the high-quality accessories. And the Locker Room is the home of 20% off shoes and the home of Specialty Graphics, where you can get all your t-shirt and screen printing done professionally. Stop in today to place your order. The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, downtown Dodge City.
Shop at home.
You've probably heard that a dozen times. This is Mike from Legends Printing in Dodge City, and I want to talk to you about what that really means to us, the local merchant. When you buy from a local business, you keep our employees working, keep our business paying taxes and utilities, and you allow us to make a profit to be able to support the community in many ways. We can then buy goods and services from your company. You ask us to buy a yearbook ad or one on your menu or to support your prom or charitable event, so give us an opportunity to do business with you. All we ask is the next time you decide to print envelopes, forms, business cards, wide format posters, wedding invitations, or even print and bind a book, give us a chance to give you the quote. It may not be as cheap as the internet or the quickie guy in the city, but if you do business with us, we promise to give you exceptional quality, delivered on time and to your satisfaction. Along with all that, you'll know that you're keeping the basic economy of your community stable. It's simple, really. Allow us to try and earn your business, and we'll work hard to deserve it. We're Legends Printing, downtown Dodge City.
United Wireless continues to have what it takes to change the way you feel about your cellular service. Compare these great prices on the latest and best-rated phones like the Samsung Galaxy S2 with seriously awesome speed and a display so bright it's luminous. Normally $439.99, now just $99 at United Wireless. Or for a phone to keep you moving with Beats Audio and is rated best in class for its camera, try the HTC One V, originally $299.99, just $1. Now that can make you feel pretty good about your cellular service. It's United Wireless. See your store agent for details today. Price is good through September 30th only.
The new laws for teen drivers are in place, and many parents are curious about how these laws will affect their auto insurance. At Keller Leopold, we represent a variety of financially strong carriers to provide you with options. We look forward to helping you and your teen driver get the right insurance coverage that best fits your family's needs. Call us today at 1-800-773-0102, follow us on Twitter, or visit us at www.kellerleopold.com.
Things happen.
Most believe that outdoor grilling is only a summertime event. Don't fool yourself. It's still a great time to brush up on your grilling skills so you can be prepared for the fall and winter months. Ace Hardware in Dodge City and Meade can help. They carry the best gas grills around. Traeger, Weber, Broilmate, Charbroil, and even Smokin' Brothers. Need accessories? You can count on Ace Hardware to have them too. Ace, the helpful place where you can always count on great products and great service.
Long's in Dodge City is in the winner's column with the entire family. With boots, jeans, coats, and ladies' apparel, they carry the most complete selection of work boots in the area. Like Red Wing, as well as favorites Tony Lama, Justin, Laredo, Durango, and Ariat. Jeans for men and women with name brands like Levi, Lee, and Wrangler. Plus a big and tall men's clothing department and tuxedos for every occasion. Weddings, anniversaries, and prom. Long's is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 8:30, Saturday 9 to 6, and Sunday 1 to 6. Long's, located in the Central Oak Shopping Center in Dodge City. See them today.
How do you select your chiropractor? Is it professionalism, experience, personal attention, easy to talk with? Here are some reasons that Pick Chiropractic continues to be the leader in family and sports chiropractic care in Southwest Kansas. Dr. Pick was selected by the Atlanta Olympic Sports Chiropractic Committee to treat Olympic athletes at the 1996 Summer Olympics. And Dr. Pick is the Pro Sport Chiropractic Coordinator treating professional athletes. Dr. Pick is a certified chiropractic sports doctor. Pick Chiropractic. We are family and sports chiropractic care.
People don't talk about it a lot, but finding the right real estate agent can be the difference between a really bad or a really good home buying or selling experience. Do you want an agent ready and able to make a full-time commitment to you? Do you want an agent to know the local neighborhoods, schools, market conditions, and ordinances? Let's get together and talk about your home buying and or selling plans. We are Coldwell Banker Hancocks of Dodge City. Visit us at 2300 First Avenue or call 227-2129. Coldwell Banker, a proud sponsor of Demon Athletics.
And welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Congratulations to our homecoming Queen and King. The Queen was Sarah Patello and Renee Gavarino, both weighing the honors. Congratulations to them. As quite a group out there, Kelly, and a lot of fun here at homecoming.
Yeah, absolutely. Really great time here. A little technical difficulties there, but it's great when we're able to have all the wonderful technical things going on down there. Able to speak with wireless mics from the field and able to run things off of an iPad. So it was kind of a fun halftime ceremony.
Some scores to pass along to you, courtesy of Parker Haskins Insurance. At halftime, Garden City 19, Liberal 14. I tell you, watch out for Liberal. They are better than a lot of people want to give them credit for. And then Hayes, well, we know how good they are. They're up 55-6 over not a very good Wichita South team at halftime. That's halftime.
I'll tell you, going back to that game last week, you really want to watch out for that Abbott, their quarterback. Wow. What a good arm. Like a rifle. He can do some incredible things.
Well, we'll come back with the second half after this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Red Demons on K95.
Are you paying too much? Are you underinsured? Ask Parker Haskins. Is your business at risk? Are your needs being served? Ask Parker Haskins. Your independent insurance agency. We're Parker Haskins. We've got answers to the questions you should be asking. As the world taking you in a new direction, we've got the experience and the passion for everything in life that needs protection. Ask Parker Haskins.
Teamwork. When two or more great talents work together towards success. That's what you'll find at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts in Dodge City. First, a full-service discount pharmacy. Open 7 days a week, helping to keep your family healthy. Combined with unique gifts and home decor to keep your family's home and celebrations happy and healthy. Our team's goal at Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts, 2610 Central Avenue in Dodge City.
Yeah, welcome back here to Memorial Stadium, a 7-7 tie. As Dodge City will be kicking, and kind of a tough first half. The Demons right in this thing, Kelly, but just feels like Great Bend should have a lead at this point, and you got to use that to your advantage. The Demons need to come out and play well in the second half.
Well, they do. They really need to turn that defense on like crazy, the Red Demons do. Yeah, it does. It feels exactly like that Great Bend should be leading this game, and we're very glad that they are not, but they did some crazy things that really shot themselves in the foot.
I noticed the Demons were in the locker room a little bit longer than normal even, so I'm sure there were some adjustments being made. And plus, you've got some of your homecoming candidates who got to get brushed up to speed as well. So, with some of your big-time guys out there. But Gamalik, Murphy, and Parker out there. So
they had stand-ins, some of them.
Did they?
Yeah. It's kind of fun how they do that. Bring it back and announce if you want or not, I guess.
Well, the Demons will get ready to kick. Ray Ben, Linde and Hoffmeister back.
Both with incredible amounts of speed in those legs.
Kicking into the wind, the Demons pop it up. It's short. It's bobbled and fought for it. Still down, and they're still fighting for it. And Great Bend has it at the 31-yard line, and
it ended up in the third set of hands there that was touching it.
Finally, Hunter Harrison able to get it, but it squirted around.
Tell you, the special teams there, Dawson Davis was the last one to get right to that ball. He almost ended up with it. He came up, smacked his fist. Just about had it.
Class of 1967 is here. I want to give a shout out to them.
few years ago.
Now, Great Bend is going to come out a little different. They come out under center, and this time they come out with a tight formation, an I formation. They bounce to the outside. There goes Lopez, and Lopez gets right past Murphy. He's got 9 yards on first down to the 40. That has got to stop. Great Bend getting big chunks on first down.
Dakota Duckett really getting the main chunk of that tackle that time. Murphy getting underneath him just a little bit, but Dakota Duckett taking him down to the ground. Duckett is really all over the place right there, something a little bit unusual.
And he
what we've seen in the
was
past.
not a starter on defense coming into the game. Been primarily a receiver, but Dodgers are having to shift some things around. And that Maryland I formation, 3 running backs in the I, and this goes to Lindy, bounces to the outside, first down to the 50, and just like that on 2 plays, Great Bend is in Demon territory to the 45.
Well, Rashawn Taylor is getting the last bounce at his legs there and knocking him out from under him and taking him out of bounds with it.
I know the Demons have worked hard in practice this week on simplifying the defense, but right now the Panthers are running the ball hard. Under center, it's back, and he will hand it off. It goes to Lopez. He stood up and brought down the left side.
Now, Jordan Doan was able to stand him up that time and take him down along with Ediger. That last play, the key thing there is they brought Duckett in on a blitz, and it took him out of that area to tackle, and that's exactly where they brought the
Second and
running
6.
back through.
2nd and 6 from the 41. Great Bend. 7-7 tie. 3 running backs in the I formation. And it goes to the left. It's a run going with Allende, and he has a burst of speed and taking tacklers with him all the way to the 20-yard line.
So Trace Pike was able to get the last hand on him there. Jordan Dillon looked like he was going to have him, but he kind of bounced off of him just a little bit. Pike wrapped him up and took him to the ground.
So it's first down and 10 at the 21, and Great Bend
about the time for a penalty, I think, isn't it?
Picks up where they left off. Come out of that Maryland I, and they will run to the right side. They're just following lead blocks, and finally the Demons bottle up a run and a rugby scrum at the 20-yard line.
Now, wait, when he stands up, does he have to kick the ball behind him with his heel?
No? Lopez on the carry and doesn't get much.
He just really ran it right up the middle. Everybody was out there. I think every single player on the field, both offense and defense, was in a huddle.
The Great Bend, they've got a lead blocker in there, and it's Marshall who just nonchalantly will take 2 steps one way or the other. Now it's a run to the outside to Allende, and the Demons finally push him out of bounds at the 15.
Well, Marshall came out there on Arzada, and Arzada was able to break off and help tackle that time. Really pushed him out of bounds and got him around the waist.
So it is now a 3rd down and 4 from the 16. This Demon crowd has been silenced. A big crowd on hand here, and they need to come to life on this 3rd down and 4-yard line. 3rd down and 4 from the 15, I should say. A Maryland I-type formation again for Great Bend. They'll run it to the left, and there it goes. And Lopez is going to be hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage.
Wow.
Whichever way Marshall goes as a lead blocker and then a fullback behind him, then the tailback goes that same direction. They aren't trying anything fancy.
Well, Arzada stepped up that time and slowed him down, and then flying through and just, bam, was Colin Gifford, who just took him out. I think that would have hurt. Full speed.
And Great Bend is going to try a field goal. They've got a good holder and back who could try something tricky, but Espino's going to try and give Great Bend the lead. This will be a 32-yard attempt from the left hash. Wind at his back. Good snap, good hold. The kick is away, and it is good.
Really?
Great Bend leads 10-7.
I'll tell you, you just have to wait for it here. It really looked like that one went wide right, but it did not. It made it through. Well, that was an incredible drive for the Panthers, just bringing it right down there. They looked like they really talked about making sure everybody was in place during halftime. Don't jump. Don't do anything silly. Don't make yourself look like you're going toward that line if you're the man in motion, and it worked for them on that drive.
Number 4, Meade, leading number 2, Stanton County, 28-6 at halftime in Stanton County. So the Buffaloes trying to make up some ground after they lost a tough one to Holcomb in Week 1, 28-27.
That isn't normally usual, is it, for Meade to lose many football games?
No, and of course they're going up a class.
Yeah.
Playing Holcomb.
Well, it makes it tough. You know, sometimes when you get those smaller teams, then they have to go down classes into the 8-man. Well, then that's a whole new ball game for them there, too, and they get run over for a while. So anytime you have to make that class shift, unless your name is Hutchison, you know.
And they're locked in for 6A next year.
Yeah.
So they would have been for district anyway, but no big surprise. Cheyenne Mission South dropping down. That was a little odd to see that. 5A. 10-7.
Moving to Blue Valley, I guess.
I think so. I guess so. Here comes the kick. Demons need to take advantage. The old Great Bend to 3. Now they got to get the offense going. It's caught back at the 10-yard line. It's Pike running to the middle. He had a seam for a moment. It closes in a hurry, and Pike squirts out to the right to the 29-yard line.
I think he had 2 squirts on that one that time. He started to squirt up the middle and popped out to the right, and there he took off again. But
I'm not sure if he did that on his own volition, but he just kind of got bounced.
Well, he ran into his own players there. It looked like Dawson Davis was all over a guy, and he turned right, wham, turned right into him.
Demons need to get some momentum here offensively. They have a 1st and 10 from the 28. 4 wide set for Kellen Newton, and it's a draw play to Davis, and boy, Great Bend has just been all over that like a year ago, and it's a gain of a couple to the 31.
Do you think that maybe Great Bend has heard of Parker Davis maybe, and they think, let's really watch everything he does?
I think so, and that's been the defensive game plan. We haven't seen much of Middleton, just 1 carry. He had 200 yards last week, 2nd and 6 from the 33, and Newton dropping back, he completes it to the 35, a minimal pickup for Emmanuel Galloway.
And Galloway was able to rein it in, but
about 2 yards.
No much more than turned around, and he was swarmed.
Now it's stoppage of play. Well, a face mask called on Great Bend. I did not see a flag out there, but it is a penalty.
They're using the clear flags tonight.
I think that's the second time we haven't. Well, at least they're giving the traditional signals.
Maybe they're using scarves or something. We can't see them.
1st and 10 from the 41. The Demons get a first down for the penalty. They run a left-off tackle to Parker Davis, and another
Chad all over him.
2-yard pickup. It just aren't getting the running lanes for Parker.
I'll tell you, I think Tousley probably has the number 3 printed on his jersey along with his number 42 now. Davis running into him, just really lots of power.
Kamalik is coming out for Dodge City on the line. Colby Sunday will come in. Demons 4 wide set. Great Bend 4-man front, and it's a little end around. It's dropped by Doan. Actually, that was a reverse, and Doan is taken down all the way back at the 33.
I want to see this one in replay because he just kind of popped it back there. I'm not sure why Doan would have dropped that. He seemed like he tried to field it with his forearms rather than trying to field it with his hands. And
Dodge City just not executing on offense. They have a 3rd and 17 from the 34, down 10-7. 7:30 left in the 3rd quarter. And Dodge City, a 4 wide set, but the receivers in real tight, close to the line. They'll bunch out. Newton looking, flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked back at the 25.
Well, you know, Mark, last week when he had hours and hours to get things done back there in that pocket, it seems like tonight things have collapsed in just a little too quickly for him. He had several receivers way downfield. He could have cocked back and thrown it.
There is an
It might
injured
have been an opportunity.
Panther. Towsley is shaken up. Burley down to tie his shoe, but Towsley, they stopped play for him. Can't tell what it is. He's down on one knee. Actually down on both knees. Yeah.
Maybe his back is a little sore.
Stoppage of play.
You know, sometimes you really get bent the wrong direction there in those piles.
Tonight's game brought to you by United Wireless, by Keller Leopold Insurance, by Pride Ag Resources Ace Hardware, by Longs Incorporated, by Pick Chiropractic, by by Coldwell Banker Hancock's of Dodge City. My sheet was moving there from the wind there. So want to thank Longs again, though. Gibson's Pharmacy and Unique Gifts, Parker Haskins Insurance of Dodge City, South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, John's Body Shop, Kansas Doors, Ryan Lemcooler DDS, Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas, the locker room and specialty graphics and the trophy shop. Demons in a punting formation. They have 4th and 26 from the 25. Standing back at the 10 is Burkhardt. High snap. He brings it down. He gets it away. Great play. And takes a Demon bounce. It'll go all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Well, into the wind, that turned out to be quite a punt.
Good kick by Burkhardt. And the Demons got a break, a high snap, and the Great Bend went after it, couldn't get it, and the Demons will now need to try and tighten some things up on defense. They held them to a field goal last time, but Great Bend has made a living in Dodge City territory this game.
No, we don't see Dakota Duckett out there now. He's standing here on the sideline or just came walking off, so we'll see what they've got cooked up.
Some bad news. Austin Savage down there on crutches. That is not good for Dodge City. Savage has been one of the more
savage players.
Yeah, vocal leaders out there on defense. Dodge City putting 8 in the box, a tight set of the shotgun. It's Beck to keep, and the Demons don't see it, and Beck's got 8 or 9 yards. The pile continues to move forward, and they just let him have a first down.
Well, they've done that over and over tonight. The referees have really let that pile go and go and go and go. There's all kinds of things that can happen in there when the motion will stop. Somebody went, actually on the replay, it's cut it out of the corner of my eye there. Some red demon went flying over the top. And I think he did a gainer.
Going to be a time for a measurement.
Really close.
Well, the Panthers will huddle up during it. Short.
Just barely.
That'll be 2nd and an inch for Great Bend at their own 39. They approach the 40. 10-7 Panthers. 6:23 left in the third quarter. And again, with a shotgun set, 2 running backs to the right. They put a man in motion, and he will get the call on the carry. It's Hoffmeister, and he spins and breaks another tackle. 50, 45 out of bounds, and they mark him out at the 43.
Trace Pike, clear back at the line of scrimmage, got a hand on him as he was crossing that line and spun him around, but it didn't stop him. He ended up spinning around and picked up more momentum and ended up with like 15 more yards.
So a first down for Great Bend. 1st and 10 from the 43. Murphy with the tackle. And Great Bend again, 2 tight ends on the right side. They've got 2 running backs to the left of the quarterback and 1 receiver isolated out there. And they'll fake the jet sweep. Beck keeps breaking tackles. And the Demons just can't get a clear grip on the guy. He's down to the 40. He picks up about 5 yards.
Jordan Doan reaching the spot first, able to hold him up there on his around his ankle. Trace Pike in there quickly to wrap him up, take him down to the ground. Leighton Ediger seemed to be also in the pile, tackling him that time too.
2nd down. They only got 3 on that last one, so it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 40. And a lot of hands on hips for the Demon defense early in this third quarter. Well, halfway through the third, I should say, but
could be that they're tired, could be that they're just disgusted.
Great Bend comes out in the shotgun, this time with Marshall. He motions back the other quarterback to his right. He turns and hands it off to Lopez, who runs hard downhill, passing the 37 and down to the 36. It'll be 3rd and short now for Great Bend.
Wyatt Rankin in on the tackle that time.
The Demons trying to find a combination that'll work. It'll be about 3rd and 3. 3rd and a long 3 for Great Bend.
Well, Wyatt Rankin's not a name we've said too often here in the varsity games. He's playing one of the middle linebacker spots, but I'll tell you, as a freshman last year, was all over the place.
Demons have to fill Savage's void. So now Great Bend, some trouble lining up. 2 running backs to the right, just standing right close to the quarterback, and here comes a flag, and they may not have gotten this off. Delay a game. Going against Great Bend, and they'll march them back. It's been the Achilles heel of Great Bend tonight now. 7 penalties in the game.
Need to think of some other mythological person and move it on up the leg a little bit. Past the heel for them at this point.
3rd down and 9 from the 42. 4:28 left in the third, 10-7, Great Bend. And they come out in the shotgun. Two running backs here to the right of Marshall. Quarterback draw. Can Dodge grab him? He spins. He will not have the first down. He's hit at about the 37-yard line. It'll be fourth down.
Well, Mark, every time they run that quarterback draw, it really does suck everybody inside. One man gets his hands around his hips, but then peels off of him, and then he's gone to the races for 3 or 4 or 5 more yards every single time.
Fourth down and 5, Great Bend at the 38, and they're going to go for it. Dodge needs a stop. Split back set out of the shotgun. They got Slough left. Barking out the signal as Marshall is trying to get the Demons to jump off sides. Here comes the blitz. Marshall to pass over the middle. He's got Beck, who is hit, dropped, first down to the 30.
He was slammed to the ground that time by Doan.
Doan got him, but not close enough. That's the first down.
Gifford got the top, Doan got the bottom.
Demons need a turnover now. Marshall's going to come out. They'll put back in a quarterback. He is known to run. He's got 2 receivers lined up to the left of him. One receiver up top. They motion him receiver from the bottom, and it's a give to Hoffmeister. Ooh, no. It's a keeper by Beck, and Beck has stood up at about the 28-yard line, brought down by Lomas.
I'll tell you from the angle that we're sitting at here, they ran Hoffmeister off to the left side. We couldn't really tell who had it. I thought Hoffmeister had it too, and I was looking through binoculars. And he turns it right up off the tight end, right off of the defensive end and heads through.
Here comes Great Bend. Kind of an odd formation. They've got one receiver. They motion over, always run with him a jet sweep. He gets the call. He goes to the Hoffmeister. The Demons string it out on the far side and knock him out of bounds.
Wyatt Rankin on the tackle, as well as Ediger.
Ediger, Rankin, some younger guys getting in there.
Sophomores in there right now in the linebacker position. There's a flag on the play.
Holding on Great Bend. So the Panthers continue to march the wrong way. They lead 10-7, but now have a second and about 16 or so from the 35. Well, the Red Demons got to be getting tired up there. It's a long drive for the Panthers, and they've been able to just run the ball. Come out a more traditional formation here. Marshall in the shotgun. He's got a tight end in the right. And Marshall looking to pass with time. Lofts it wide open to his tight end running here on the near side down the 20, 15, and a first down. Complete to Haynes.
Taking him out is Taylor Murphy. Put the shoulder to his ankles. Knocked him right out. Bang.
You just get a bad feeling that Panthers are just doing what they want
every
right now.
time Marshall, he comes up like he's going to pass it long, and it's just this little lob, easy lob, every time.
Yeah, they really haven't looked deep. They've had some things over the middle, but Great Bend has just been able to keep the Demons off balance.
Yeah, I think, maybe a 20-yard pass there. He was trying for Beck one time when they were running the opposite way last half. It's not the only thing that has gone any distance.
Jace Brack, a big 6'2" defensive lineman, is nicked up. He's going to trot off, though. Appears to be okay. Had an older sister played basketball for Great Bend. 1st and 10, and they go under center. They got Marshall in the lead block along with another fullback, and now a flag, and they'll bring it back. Lundy had the carry. Whatever way Marshall goes is the way the ball's going to go, but a false start on Great Bend.
Once again, kind of getting that momentum driving along. And
I don't understand. I know Marshall's listed as a fullback, but he's your backup quarterback, somewhat starting quarterback, and you got him as a lead blocker in a Maryland Eye. It's worked, I guess. What can you say? But that's just an awkward combination.
Here comes Beck, it looks like, with the play.
And Marshall's 5'10", 220. But whatever way he goes is where the ball's going to go. He lines up right behind the quarterback in this eye. He'll shift to the right, and the play-action pass going for the end zone. Overthrown, incomplete. Well, Pike got beat, and the pass incomplete.
Yeah, we'll take that one 100%. Because he was absolutely behind him there.
Hoffmeister, the intended target, but it goes over his head. Now second down and 15 from the 21. 10-7, Great Bend.
Hoffmeister's a little sneaky. They put him in there. He's got some wheels, and you've got to watch him. If he beats that secondary, that's it.
They'll come out with three running backs behind the quarterback. Motion over Marshall to the left, and the run to the left side on a jet sprint out there, and the Demons finally stop it. Melendez hit back at the 24.
Yeah, very good job that time by Wyatt Rankin getting that first draw on him, and
Doan finishing it up.
Right around him, held him up, get the team over there so that business could be taken care of.
3rd and 18 from the 24. We'll see how Great Bend plays it. I would look for maybe a run to try and set up a field goal. Their main strength of this offense is running anyway. Split backs in the gun. 2 receivers on the far side for Marshall. 3-man front from Dodge. Marshall, deep drop, trying to set up a little screen. Now he rolls to his right. Gamalik pressuring him, and he breaks a tackle, and he's brought down at the 15-yard line.
Gamalik got knocked off the trail that time. He was running him down, and all of a sudden, bam! Here comes this Great Bend Panther.
And there is an injured
right up.
Red Demon.
Back.
An injured Demon on the play.
Not sure who that is.
10-7, Great Bend, 1:14 left in the third. As they attend to the injured Demon, let's take a timeout here. Let's take a 30-second break. Here listening to the Demons on K95.
Nothing connects the community like a winning team, and it's no different for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center in Dodge City. Dr. Neal, Dr. Kovach, Dr. Morgan, Denise, Brandon, and the rest of the team are nothing short of incredible. Joint replacements, knee scopes, ACL reconstruction, treatment of tendonitis, fracture management, or simply sports medicine, it's all part of the game for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, a proud sponsor of the Dodge City Red Demons.
Can we install a door that makes your home worth more? Yes, we can. We're Kansas Doors, and when you need repair, can we be right there? Yes, we can. We're Kansas Doors. Built to last, installed safe and fast. Yes, we can. We're Kansas Doors.
One of the nice things about going to the dentist is knowing from day one who your dentist is. That is why it's wonderful to know that Ryan Limcooler, a former Demon, wants to be the dentist for your whole family. Dr. Ryan Limcooler is happy to be back in the community that gave him so much. Open Monday through Friday and located at 100 Ross Boulevard in Dodge City. Dr. Ryan Limcooler, a proud sponsor of Demon Sports. Call 225-6555 for your next appointment. New patients are always welcome.
Injuries are certainly a part of sports, but they can happen while having fun or just working around the house. If you get injured, call Family Practice Associates. We can handle most injuries, and if we can't, we can get you to those who can. The family medicine specialists at Family Practice Associates are ready to help you. Give us a call at 225-1650 for an appointment.
Family Practice Associates of Western Kansas, 120 Ross Boulevard, Dodge City.
The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, located at 503 North 2nd in Dodge City, is the Southwest Kansas headquarters for all your sports supplies. The Locker Room in downtown Dodge City offers you a full line of sporting goods, shoes or shorts, whistles, jerseys, uniforms, and all the high-quality accessories. And the Locker Room is the home of 20% off shoes and the home of Specialty Graphics, where you can get all your t-shirt and screen printing done professionally. Stop in today to place your order. The Locker Room and Specialty Graphics, downtown Dodge City.
Shop at home.
You've probably heard that a dozen times. This is Mike from Legends Printing in Dodge City, and I want to talk to you about what that really means to us, the local merchant. When you buy from a local business, you keep our employees working, keep our business paying taxes and utilities, and you allow us to make a profit to be able to support the community in many ways. We can then buy goods and services from your company. You ask us to buy a yearbook ad or one on your menu or to support your prom or charitable event, so give us an opportunity to do business with you. All we ask is the next time you decide to print envelopes, forms, business cards, wide format posters, wedding invitations, or even print and bind a book, give us a chance to give you the quote. It may not be as cheap as the internet or the quickie guy in the city, but if you do business with us, we promise to give you exceptional quality, delivered on time, and to your satisfaction. Along with all that, you'll know that you're keeping the basic economy of your community stable. It's simple, really. Allow us to try and earn your business, and we'll work hard to deserve it. We're Legends Printing in downtown Dodge City.
United Wireless continues to have what it takes to change the way you feel about your cellular service. Compare these great prices on the latest and best-rated phones like the Samsung Galaxy S2 with seriously awesome speed and a display so bright it's luminous. Normally $439.99, now just $99 at United Wireless. Or for a phone to keep you moving with Beats Audio and is rated best in class for its camera, try the HTC One V, originally $299.99, just $1. Now that can make you feel pretty good about your cellular service. It's United Wireless. See your store agent for details today. Price is good through September 30th only.
Storm season is upon us, and it's time to consider your crop hail options for the growing season. With a vast assortment of options available, like Companion 2 or Hail Production Plan, it can be a difficult decision to make. Let the experienced agents at Keller Leopold Insurance help. We've been selling crop insurance since 1943, and as an independent agent representing several companies, so we can give you the best value. In addition, we still personally work all claims and will be there at the time of loss to work with you. So call us today at 1-800-773-0102 or visit us online at kellerleopold.com.
Things happen. This summer has been red hot, and so are the buys at Pride Ag Ace Hardware. Don't neglect your lawn. Treat it right with Ace brand turf products that are red hot buys this month at Ace. Need storage space? How about shelves for the storeroom or garage? Pick up a wireless LED motion sensor porch light for half price. Stock up on furnace filters, buy the 3-pack, or grab a gallon of Clark & Kensington paint and primer in one. All great buys this month at Pride Ag Ace Hardware in Dodge City and Meade.
The injured player, Jordan Doan, as he comes to the sideline a little woozy, but he does walk off on his own power. Now, great bend on 4th and 10, trying to get the Demons to jump themselves. And
Lucas Westhoff off that line.
False start on the left side, and now I'm surprised Great Bend's not trying a field goal here. They've got one already. They've got the win at their back, and the offense stays out there.
It is possible that Espino's just not a good kicker from the right side. They are on the right hash.
That's true. That's
hard to say.
But they line up 4th and 15 from the 21. Can the Demons get a stop here? Beck is in at quarterback. He takes a snap, and he's going to come out of it and pass, looking for the end zone, and it is broken up, incomplete by Dodge City here in the corner. The intended target was Allende, and the Demons break it up.
I'll tell you, Taylor Murphy came flying in there just as he caught it and just jacked him. There's no other way to describe that. Trace Pike hit too, and he was a little slow to get up. He brought the house.
So now the Demons with a little momentum perhaps. They're down 10-7, 53 seconds left in the third quarter. They have a 1st and 10 at the 21. And Kellen Newton is going to hand it off. It goes to Parker Davis, running on the right side. And they didn't get much.
No, they were absolutely prepared for him.
2 yards. The running game just has not been there like a year ago.
Jace Brack was all over him, wrapped him up around the shoulder pads, and held him in place for his friends to come help out.
2nd and 9. Demons up quickly, and they complete it. It goes out to Duckett, and Duckett is slung down at about the 26-yard line. He'll get about 4 yards.
Anytime you have a 3-on-1 situation, not great things happen out of that.
Now the Demons have 3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line. 15 seconds left in the quarter. They are going to snap it quickly, and Newton looking to pass. He's pressured. Kellen running for his life, and he throws it incomplete to Murphy, and the Demons go 3 and out.
Well, I don't think Murphy was in any way where he was intending to throw. He was just the only outlet there to get rid of the ball before he ran out of bounds.
Well,
that was a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and that's one of the disadvantages of the no huddle, Kelly. If you go 3 and out, I mean, the entire defense has got to come back out.
I know. That's something to think about.
2.9 left in the quarter, and now the Demons, because they didn't take more time, are going to have to kick into the wind. It hasn't really bothered Burkhart, though. He stands at the 10. He's been busy, and they will kick. Here's Burkhart. They will set up the return. This is a short kick. It bounces at the 50.
Blow on it.
And the Demons will down it right at midfield. Now, Great Bend in the driver's seat as we head to the fourth and final quarter. Great Bend 10, Dodge City 7. A 1-minute break. You're listening to the Demons on K95.
How do you select your chiropractor? Is it professionalism,
People don't talk about it a lot, but finding the right real estate agent can be the difference between a really bad or really good.
Are you paying too much? Are you underinsured? Ask Parker Haskins. Is your business at risk? Are your needs being served? Ask Parker Haskins. Your independent insurance agency. We're Parker Haskins. We've got answers to the questions you should be asking. As the world taking you in a new direction, we've got the experience and the passion for everything in life that needs protection. Ask Parker Haskins.
Before you tackle your next tailgate party, suit up with one stop at Gibson's Pharmacy and unique gifts. Kick off the party with Big 12 licensed gear no real fan can do without. Then score some flavor with gourmet dips, snacks, and a full range of grill spices and tools. Get your party in the red zone with cocktail and beverage mixes, and finally touch down with a delicious dessert that's sure to bring victory to your sports celebration. Get your game face on at Gibson's Pharmacy and unique gifts in Dodge City.
Great Bend, a swing pass out of the break, and they get about 5 yards to the 45-yard line to Allende. Well, Kelly, it feels like Dodge should be down about 3 touchdowns, but it's 10-7.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the way it feels. I mean, I feel disappointed, but yet you take a look at the score, it's only 7-10.
2nd and 5 from the 45. Great Bend has it again. They're going to the wind now, but they are in Dodge City territory. And they fake to the first man through, goes to Lopez. He breaks a tackle, and he's off to the races. Lopez to the 20, 15, 10. He's got Taylor to beat. He runs over him for a touchdown. Great Bend.
Well, he just barely made it across there with his left leg. I am frankly quite surprised that they gave him the touchdown on that because he was running so hard to the corner. Taylor Murphy was able to hit him at the last moment, try to knock him out, but his foot must have just barely broke the plane. Barely broke the plane as he went over that pylon in the front end.
Spino will try the extra point. It's a 2-score game now. And a good snap, hold. Here's the kick, a line drive, but it's good. And it's 17-7. Great Bend.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, this is what's going on right now, Mark. Great Bend has 199 plus yards now, so 200 plus yards after that run there by Lopez. Dodge City, -1. It's not been a good rushing night. Now, when you take a look at passing yards, 153 for Great Bend, 164 for Dodge City. So it's really the game that's happening on the ground that is being the determining factor at this point of the game.
It is a proverbial gut check time for the Demons. They have got to put together a little drive here. And I know they're giving it their all there, Kelly, but boy,
they got to put a little drive and a half together here because they've not only got to make a touchdown, they've got to make up a couple more points since they're down by 10.
You're just looking at body language. You got a lot of guys kind of looking shocked and down there, and you can't do that. But now you go back to that intimidation factor, Great Bend.
They even brought their skull and crossbones flag along with them. I think a trademark of Bo Black over there. Sounds like a pirate, Bo Black. Arg.
And I don't think I remember a high school band on the visitor side that's played more than Great Bend tonight.
Rowdy, yeah.
I'm all for the spirit of the game, but they just won't stop playing. Yeah, they've had a lot to play about.
Well, they'll have something to say about it on Monday. Pride of Southwest Kansas, I know.
Here comes the kick, and Murphy catches at the 5. He'll run to the middle of the field, and he's hit at the 14 and dropped at the 13.
Well, I thought maybe he was going to bounce it outside there for just a minute, but he ran into one Great Bend player, and then they swarmed on him. And that was it. He turned it to the left and started heading that direction. But, I think that's the first one he's been able to field tonight. Generally, when they've kicked it in Murphy's direction there, it's bounced out of bounds.
Demons with trips on the far side. Kellen Newton to pass. 4-man rush. He lobs it for Duckett, who makes the catch at the 26.
Well, Duckett's been very successful on that pass tonight. It's about a 12-yard pass, boom, and he's got the first down, takes it right straight out of bounds as he catches it.
So 1st and 10 from the 28, the 20, about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 there for the Demons. Got 11 minutes to work with, down by 10, and go to Duckett again.
Same pass.
And he's lassoed out of bounds after about a 5-yard pickup by Chris Burley.
Same pass, he just runs that one a little shorter, turns it to the outside. Ball's right there waiting for him.
2nd down and 5 for Dodge City. Trips on the far side for Newton in the shotgun. And he hands it off to Parker Davis, and Davis running hard to the left side. He's about an inch shy of the marker. I think he's just short. It'll be 3rd down.
Davis did a really good job of running over Greg Burley, who's the safety, stepping up there to make that tackle. He laid his shoulder into him and just plowed him down.
So it is 3rd down and 1. Demons need to convert here. They're in a 4-wide set. 2x2s out there at the wide receivers. And they motion now over. Davis will stand to the right of the quarterback, Newton. He gets the carry. A 1st down. Parker into the open field. Breaks to the outside. Davis down to the 40. 35. Cuts it inside to the 30.
Well, he had no choice but to turn back like that because he's starting to run out of real estate. They were running him into that little wedge that was going to take him straight out of bounds. But he tried to pull back against that defense, see what he could do, and did get by one defender.
Demons trips on the far side. Newton in the gun. And he runs the zone read. It goes to Davis, and Davis lunging forward for about 3 yards.
We know, Mark, this is where, when you have a nice long run like that, this hurry-up offense, this is where it really works. But, you're exactly right. Sometimes when it doesn't work, it brings that defense right back out there on the field way too quickly.
Demons will have a 2nd down and call it 7. They've got 2nd and 6 on the board there. That's kind of wishful thinking, I think, on the spot there. It'll be about 2nd down, and we'll call it 7 for Dodge.
Early out, Patrick McCluskey in at safety for the Panthers.
You pick on him. Newton to pass, looking, throws over the middle, got a man open. It's complete at the 10-yard line to Schulte. He's just short of the 10, about the 11 or so.
Wow, Hoffmeister was all over the top end of Schulte that time. I thought maybe he might get called for a face mask, but he was all over his head.
Boy, you need a day in the whirlpool after playing Great Bend. They hit you. 1st and 10 from the 12. Demons can get a 1st down. They need to convert. Newton looking to his right, throwing incomplete for Murphy.
Murphy was wide open over that middle. He had a good 5 yards on anybody near him. But I guess the pass is just a little too far out of his reach.
Yeah,
a little off.
Miscommunication. It looked like zone defense from Great Bend, too.
Yeah.
And Murphy, he's a good zone buster. He likes to sit down in that zone and find an opening.
Yep.
So it's now 2nd and 10 from the 12.
Murphy comes from that quarterback spot. So he kind of knows what's going on.
And the Demons will run the zone read. It goes to Davis. Davis running to the left side, running hard. He doesn't get a lot, down around the 9 or so. See where they put this.
He's up to one of the soccer markings. I have no idea what it is.
About 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Demons, who are in Burkhart's range now, obviously at the 8. But they'll have a touchdown. And Newton throwing the fade route for Duckett, overthrown, incomplete.
Yeah, just a little too much there.
And now decision time, and Coach Foster has made it. He's going to go with the kicker.
That's okay. This makes up the 3 of the 10 that we need here. If Burkhart can get this in, and he's been doing such a good job with this year.
Dylan Burkhart on the year, 2 of 6 on field goals. But he's 17 of 20 on PATs. This is about a PAT, a left hash. 25-yarder into the wind, or actually with the wind behind him. Low snap, brought up, it's blocked. The kick is blocked. Great Bend will take over. Now the low snap to begin with, and that is huge.
Just couldn't wrangle it in. Just couldn't wrangle it in that time.
And this possession here, Kelly, could very well determine the game.
Yeah, I mean, we've got just over 9 minutes left to play, but still. Very big. Down by 10.
Demon defense cannot not only give up a score, they can't afford to give up a long, time-consuming drive. So it is going to be tough. The Hatters have their work cut out for them. Great Bend, 1st and 10, their own 15. First time they've been backed up, really. And they will hand off on the jet sweep. Hoffmeister, big hole, and has a 11-yard run on first down.
Gifford and Murphy in there on the tackle that time on the bottom of the pile. There's also Leighton Ediger.
But as a first down, that's been the frustrating part, Kelly. The big chunks of yardage that Great Bend's been able to get.
They have. You know, they bring several backs in that can be just enormous blockers out there. And the quarterback
in the shotgun, it's back, and he will runs up the middle, and is tripped up at the 40, and another 12-yard pickup on first down. 2 plays, 22 yards.
Well, Emmanuel Galloway was in there, could have gotten that initial tackle, but ran right into a Great Bend lineman, and that was the end of that. He was able to get a few more yards.
So a 1st and 10 from the 41, 8:28 left, 17-7 Great Bend. And the Panthers in the shotgun, and they will hand off. It goes to Hoffmeister on the end around. Here's a flag as he's tackled at the 45. Got about 4 yards. We do have
Gifford
a penalty.
Rankin in on the tackle that time. Reigning in the Hoffmeister.
A hold. That's been the best defense for the Demons. Great Bend's penalties.
I don't mean to laugh about that, but so true. So true.
Just a tough night. Anything Great Bend's wanted to do, just really surprising. The Panthers have been so inconsistent offensively, but I think they worked out some kinks last week against North.
Saying they've been consistently offensive.
They come out in the gun. This time a pro set. They motion back over to the right. And a high snap. It's brought down. A run to Lopez, and Lopez to the 35. And tackled there. He gets about 4 yards. It'll be second down and long for Great Bend.
It looked like Lopez kind of fumbled the ball around a little bit as he got it.
Yeah, he
started to flip out that left side of his elbow.
Kind of went under his armpit almost, looked like there when he tried to tuck it away. So 2nd and 14 from the 37. Clock down to 7:30 left in the game. 17-7 Great Bend, and they block a field goal and still have a 2-score lead. Demons have a 3-man front. It looks like they might be bringing Lomas off the edge, though, at linebacker. He will not. It goes to Lopez to the outside. He runs over one tackler and finally brought down by Gifford at the 45.
You know, I wonder if this has anything to play in. I see a lot of Red Demon defensive players leaving their feet as they're making their tackles. And that's going to cause you to bounce off. It's going to cause you to not get a really good grip on people. We talk about how our guys are smaller. We've heard Coach Foster talk about that before. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. They're just not stepping in there and taking that slam tackle right in front of the guy.
This could be a play of the game. 3rd and 7 for Great Bend at the 44. They lead by 10. Working that clock down to 6:38. And it's a keeper by Beck. Loomis hits him. He's tripped up. He's stopped at the 50. They spotted at the 49. He is short. It'll be 4th down. And
they're bringing it back plenty. I mean, way back at all the 49.
4th and 2 are now Great Bend. Do they go for the kill and the first down, or do they
Well, you've
punt?
seen them go for, what, with a 4th and 10 earlier. It ended up being a 4th and 15. You never know. I think this is the part where they...
I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, of course they are.
Panthers are going to go for it. And the way they've run the ball, it's hard to argue with the call. So this is it, 4th and 2 from the 49. Demons need a stop. 4 wide sit. They spread things out with Marshall in the gun. His running back is Lopez, and now Marshall's going to pooch kick it with nobody back home. Boy, I did not expect that. And it's a great kick. Great Bend's going to down it. It rolls all the way down. It won't stop to the 2-yard line. Well, you got to credit Coach Bo Black on that call.
Yeah, he did a great job really setting up the...
I'm a little surprised, though, Kelly, because if Great Bend gets a first down there, they can chew up a lot of clock. And
well, they've chewed up a lot of field by that punt.
That's right.
But they did run the risk of it rolling into the end zone and at least giving up some of it.
So the Demons have 98 yards in front of them. They're down by 10.
Kellen Newton's got to come alive right here.
5:49 left. 4 wide set. Newton to pass. He throws, and it's caught by Duckett at the 5. Well, they mark it at the 4, and it gives the Demons about 2 yards.
Well, he had to come back for that ball just a little bit, and he kind of slipped around as he was being tackled.
Forward progress. I thought he still got another yard out of that, but it's 2nd and 8 from the 4. Demons trips on the far side. Newton in the gun. Davis to his right. Dodge now has to hurry up. They have 2nd and 8. Newton looking to pass. He slings it for Duckett. He's got the catch at the 26. Well, Dakota Duckett has been on the money. He had 100 yards receiving in the first half.
He has. He's just been on fire since that second ball thrown to him last weekend, I'll tell you.
Dodge City 1st and 10 from the 28. Room to breathe, but still got to hurry. They go to Davis. Parker, a big hole to the outside. Davis is hit and tackled.
Great hit by Hunter Harris.
Hunter Harris gets him at the first down marker all the way up to about the 42-yard line.
Well, this is looking a lot like their last drive. They really had a lot of momentum going. Boom, 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 boom.
Trips on the near side for the Demons. 4-man front from Great Bend, and now movement on the line. False start on the Demons. They have
Look
not
to be on that left side of the Red Demons offensive line.
Hayes winning 55-12 with a continuous clock in the second half. They will be the Demons' next opponent. 1st and 15 from the 32. Inside screen to Duckett. He can't catch it.
He was in a pretty good place right there for him to rein it in. I think his step and timing was just a little off that time. That can happen. The ball's got to be placed in the right spot sometimes.
Dodge City has 2nd and 15 from the 32, down 10. 17-7 our score, 4:42 left in the game. Demons and Great Bend, for that matter, have all 3 of their timeouts. Dodge City trips on the right, and it's a pass from Newton. Kellen steps up, fires it, and it goes through the hands of Galloway at the 45.
Yeah, led him just a little too much, and he wasn't able to come up with it. It's really hard to catch a ball as a receiver at that knee level when you've got to stretch out for it.
And with the clock a factor, Dodge City's kind of in 4-down territory, so you might want to try and get a chunk here on 3rd and 15. Kind of changes your play call, and if you are considering going for it, which I think Dodge has to.
I think you just have to do the hook and ladder right here.
There you go. You got 2 receivers here on the near side, maybe. You got Duckett at the flanker spot. And Newton looking to throw, pressured, steps up, and Newton is sacked back at the 28.
Wrapped up by number 64, whoever that may be. They don't have him on the roster tonight.
No, they don't. So now the Demons in almost an impossible spot. They have a 4th and 18 from the 29, and they have to go for it. So they'll try and dial up a big play. Newton dropping back, 4-man rush. He throws it deep for Duckett, overthrown, and here comes the flag. Oh, and the Great Bend coaching staff doesn't like that one. Bo Black out near midfield is not a happy camper.
Well, it was either Greg Burley or Chris Burley, the Burley twins. I don't know if they're twins.
Well, it would have to be.
It was 24-26.
Chris.
One of those
Chris Burley, I think, but
was on the backside of him.
I think the Demons may have gotten a little bit of a break there. As much as it pains me to say that, they don't get very many of them. It seems like, though. So.
Replay 4th. Don't have quite as far to go this time. Did he say 4th down? Replay 4th?
No, it should be an automatic first down.
Yeah. Now they're coming over to the sideline to talk. He's talking to the guys running the chains. The white hat, that's who I'm talking about.
I don't know what the deal is here. The chain tangled a little bit.
I don't know. Tell them to bring it back.
So there chains back.
How's that? And now they're moving him back.
So he will have to replay fourth. I thought that was an automatic first down. So Dodge City has a fourth down. How's that not an automatic first down?
No clue.
That's a rule I'm not familiar with. It's 4th and 4 from the 29. Well, not the 29, from the 45. Going 4th and 4. Dodge has to convert again. And Newton passing, and it's incomplete through the hands. Bolton Schulte.
Well, I know he was hearing footsteps behind him because he had a Panther breathing down his neck that time. Darn. And I'm thinking that was his primary target because Newton looked so sure that's the direction he was going to go when he stepped back. Now just 3 minutes and 58 seconds to play. Panthers can come out and will feel good about some things they're going to do.
Yeah, they won't try another pass. They'd be foolish to. And now they go with that Maryland eye. And when Marshall leans to the right, the play will go to the right. It goes out to Lopez, and he has 6-7 yards on first down. So it's 6. Pike the tackle. And 2nd and 4 from the 39. Clock ticking at 3:37. Beck under center in an I formation. Motion a man behind him and Marshall. Pitch goes out to Lopez, running to the right, and has a first down.
Another tackle, Colin Gifford on the bottom of the pile. Also Trace Pike.
Tackle made by number 28, Colin Gifford, number 26, Trace Pike.
Gifford's been busy tonight.
He has. He's been in on quite a few of those tackles. Last week, leading in tackles for the Red Demons.
3rd down and 1 from the 35. Great Bend. Again, the I formation with basically Marshall to lead block for the fullback and running back. It's a keeper by Beck.
It's going to be really close, but here he comes squirting out the side.
I'm not sure if he got it. He probably did, but initial spot.
It's going to be
very
really close. Very close. Ooh, yeah.
Nope, not going to measure.
Barely.
Now the Demons, it doesn't get any easier, Kelly. They've got the best rushing team in the WAC in Hayes, and then the best rushing team in the state in Hutchinson.
Double H's.
We're winding the clock on the official signal, please.
Oh, now we're stopping the clock. He started it.
The Red Demons have taken a timeout. 2:37 left, 17-7 Great Bend. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Demons on K95.
Nothing connects a community like a winning team, and it's no different for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center in Dodge City. Dr. Neal, Dr. Kovac, Dr. Morgan, Denise, Brandon, and the rest of the team are nothing short of incredible. Joint replacements, knee scopes, ACL reconstruction, treatment of tendonitis, fracture management, or simply sports medicine, it's all part of the game for the South Central Kansas Bone and Joint Center, a proud sponsor of the Dodge City Red Demons.
This time of year, John's Body Shop makes a lot of deer customers. It's not so much they go looking for them, but drivers are meeting up with the deer. More than 9,000 in Kansas last year. Kansas roads can be treacherous, with deer darting into traffic causing major accidents. We hope that everyone will drive safely and defensively, but if you do meet up with a deer and your vehicle can't be moved or has major damage, remember this. Call 911, then call John's. John's Body Shop, the towing and major collision repair experts covering Southwest Kansas for more than 3 decades.
I formation for Great Bend as they run it to Lopez, and Lopez is hit and dropped.
Up the middle off
about 2.
Up the middle off the right side that time.
Timeout Dodge will keep it here. Now 2nd and 8 for Great Bend.
Laid Ediger on the bottom of the pile of Emmanuel Galloway. Well, I want to clear something up. You're looking right now for a score from Matt Unruh out there in Johnson, Stanton County. Yeah. Last week we were talking about the girls cross country going out there and running in Johnson County, and I said, wow, that's Colorado. Please understand, all the people listening, I was kidding. It's almost Colorado, and we know that. I had several people come up to me.
Johnson County's almost Missouri, though, really.
Johnson, the other one. Johnson, yeah, Stanton County, but Johnson is the town, is the city, Johnson City. And had several people come up to me Sunday and say, hey, you know it's not in Colorado. I said, yes, I was just kidding.
Oh, Syracuse. That's mountain time.
Yes.
That you might as well be.
Johnson's still in Central Time.
2nd and 8 from the 34. Demons have one timeout left. I formation for Great Bend. They pitch it back to Lopez. Picks his way to the right, and they keep him in bounds. He picks up about 3 or 4. It'll be 3rd down, about 4 for Great Bend as the Demons burn their final timeout. Got to give a special thanks to Cup of Jones. Had some potato soup there today. Getting ready. Had some demon tattoos they were handing out there.
It's a cozy place.
It is.
I like it. If you just want to go hide and eat something, drink something, that's a good place.
Yeah, it was good soup.
Yep.
And you can go for some of that right about now.
Yep.
Awesome BLT.
Are you placing your orders?
Yeah, I'm trying. They got a little spicy ranch on there. I like it. Well, this game reminiscent of a year ago. Unfortunately, Dodgeville fell 28-7. The Demons scored first all the way back to the 126 mark in the first quarter to go up 7-0. But I think that's been the bigger surprise. You knew Great Bend was going to run the ball some, but the offense just unable to really move it, Kelly, and that's been a little bit of a surprise.
They were, yeah. I think you're exactly right. Everything has come up flat, and they've had a few things happen here and there that were, good throws, good catches, a couple good runs, but overall it's just been pretty flat.
3rd and 5 from the 29. Great Bend comes out with that shotgun, and they motion a man over and hand off to him. It's Hoffmeister running the near side. He's got a block. He's got the first down. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Great Bend.
Trey Spike trying to save the day. Bounces right off of Hoffmeister as he cruises across that goal line.
So that'll make it 23-7.
Well, I'll tell you, that's more what the score should feel like.
I hate to agree with you, but Great Bend.
I hate to say something like that, but
they just have been on the cusp of breaking it open and finally do. Just a really tough night. It's just this type of ball game where people go home mad.
They do. Well, sure you do.
You just feel like this should have been different. Here's the kick. It is good.
Pike almost got his hand on the ball that time.
24-7 Great Bend, and their band just keeps on going.
They do.
Nothing as good as the pride of Southwest Kansas, though, at least.
Well, there's not. There's going back to the Acacia rules, they actually put up some strict rules of when people can play and how you're supposed to share time. But I'm telling you, yeah, we have heard the Panthers.
Great Bend following the rules, Kelly? Really?
That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's not just on the band side either.
Yeah, I know.
So the Demons will get ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, it's just one of those games, you kind of go home with that bad taste in your mouth. You have that excitement. Of course, there's just absolutely nothing better than to be the visiting team and come in on a homecoming.
Well, Leighton Ediger trying to get out on the field, but he's brought back by the training staff as Leighton a little bit
got banged up there.
I think a little nicked up. Boy, Demons have lost Savage. Doan got his bell rung, and Ediger now getting looked at.
He's in one of my classes. I'll ask him what happened on Monday.
He might think he's in math class, though, if the hit was...
He might.
Hopefully it's nothing serious. Here's the kick, end-over-end kick. And it's fielded by Dodge City's Murphy at the 10. Taylor will get to the 25. One area, Great Bend's been pretty solid at special teams. Demons haven't been able to get much on the returns either.
They have. They just really cleared that out tonight and made sure they get down there and really hold whoever that returner is, I guess to say, stop them within 10 to 15 yards of them getting that ball all night long.
So now the Demons will try and build some momentum going into the Hayes game here, down 24-7, 2:11 left, no timeouts. Newton scrambling, flips it out to Davis, and Davis breaks a tackle to the 30 and just collides. A big collision on that far side. He did. Big hit and some taunting afterwards and no flag. Why not?
Yeah, well, you know what I think was really kind of crazy there? I mean, he just drives right into that defender as oh, wow.
Newton to pass, and he'll dump it off to Davis again, and Parker will get up to the 40. And that's a first down.
Hoffmeister was the one that ran into Davis back there. That was Hunter Harrison making the tackle. I'm not sure what the big screen was, and all the players from the bench came running. Wouldn't be Parker Davis to taunt, I'll tell you that.
Here's Newton. He guns it to the right, and Duck at the catch. Now reverses his field. He is going to be ushered out of bounds at the 48. Dakota's had a great game for the Demons tonight.
He has. You know, there have been a couple throws that have been over his head, just absolutely uncatchable, but otherwise, super sure hands all the way tonight.
So Newton in the gun. He's got trips on the far side. And Kellen throwing, drops back deep. He goes to the far side, and it's incomplete. Looking for Pike, and Pike acted like he almost lost the ball for a moment.
Yeah, Toothley was really breathing down his throat. Had Durler out there on him, and he beat him right around the end.
Yeah, I think that was kind of thrown behind Pike, actually. I thought for a moment he may have lost it in the lights, but I think the ball was thrown away from him. Now Newton pressured again. He is running for his life, and he's sacked. Back at the 36, and now Newton fires the ball in frustration on the ground. Got to be careful with that.
Yeah, that's actually the second time I've seen him do that tonight.
I've noticed Kellen, he's taking some really deep drops, even in the gun. The Demons have a 4th and 10, clock ticking at 50 seconds. And Newton, under pressure, throws it short, incomplete, and the Demons turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you, that entire series of downs, the Panthers have brought on that left offensive side, they've brought somebody flying through there every time to pressure Newton. And almost every time, either who was out there, Durler or Sunday, they beat him around that end, and that is not a good thing to be having, to have, what am I trying to say? It's not a good thing to happen out there. Still didn't come out right.
Offensive line was so good a week ago, Kelly, against Liberal. So now Great Bend will come out in the victory formation.
They were.
They will take a knee and will probably have to take one more and then send this thing on its way. 24-7 Panthers. And tough pill to swallow tonight. You can't sugarcoat it. This is a tough one for the Demons.
Yeah, it's one of those that just, you think everything was going to come in and have huge momentum.
There's the kneel down, and that should be the final play of the ball game, and the Panthers will improve to 4-1. The Demons will fall to 3-2 with number one team in the WAC, Hayes, on deck.
Well, and just to finish that thought a moment ago, you think they're coming in with lots of momentum, and it just didn't show out there on the field. And it's just, I'm not sure really what to say about that.
Final score, Great Bend 24, Dodge City 7. Take a timeout, look at some numbers, and start our post-game coverage right after this. You're listening to the Red Demons on K95.
Kansas Stores in Dodge City has the doors and windows that you need. Great quality.